Today we're going to be rating some custom Magic the Gathering cards. Let's see how insane these cards get today. We're going to start off with I Cast for 0 mana. Well, 0 mana usually is pretty dangerous. How 0 power level is this? It's an instant. You may cast a spell in your hand by paying its mana cost until end of turn. That's terrible. This is just a useless card. I don't know any other purpose for this thing except, I don't know, putting an instant in your graveyard and adding to your storm count. This is just one of those, you know, we may need a bingo square for, like, playing a card for the sake of playing a card. Do we have, yeah, Storm Fodder? Free Storm Enabler. You know, there's a lot of other free Storm Enablers out there that actually do something. I know this is at instant speed, but, like, yeah, I think most of the storm cards are at sorcery speed. Many of the good ones, at least. But okay, maybe you got me. I don't know. Maybe there's a few very powerful storm cards at instant speed that need to play instant cards. Because, like, there's just a million 0 mana artifacts out there. You know, play in Tormod's Crypt. You know, play an Ornithopter. Play a Memnite. I mean, that has some actual practical purpose over I Cast. It's junk, but it's there for the storm count. Well, I mean, technically, also can be there for Delirium, can be there for Delve. You need to fill your graveyard for a Delve creature. It'll do that. I cast something, and then I play my Tasigur from the graveyard. What else? Yeah, Delirium, Threshold, any graveyard shenanigans. Oh, forget Tasigur. What we got? Murktide. Murktide be a better card. Plus, because it's an instant, it will actually beef up your Murktide and put +1/+1 counters on it. Good thing it has the May. It will not that contradict Omniscience for that entire turn. That's correct. Quicken isn't very good, and it draws a card. Quicken isn't any good. Yeah, that Quicken, that's no good. It's a whole mana. Oh my god, you know. I think I'm just gone. Was I muted? I think the whole stream just died for a second, but we're back. I think the stream is back. Yeah, we got borked. We got borked. Okay, but we're alive now. Okay, anyway, I cast. This is pointless. This doesn't do anything. We can say it's legal, but I don't even know if this was a human-made card. This has very strong AI-generated vibes to it. Because the AI just loves to make cards that are useless. It's like, why hasn't anyone ever made a card like this before? Because they're completely useless. Okay, we're gonna go to our wonderful custom card family over here. Starting with Elixir, just one card today. I wasn't feeling very creative. The Era Shift, or the Era Shift, have a good day. Coffee, Crew, and Nikachu. Okay, so if you want to be part of the show, you become part of my Discord. Submit money to me. And remember, you only get 2 cards, $5 per card. That includes double-sided cards. If it's a double-sided card, you have to pay $10 for 1 card. I will look up your card. And huzzah, you're on the show, just like Elixir over here. So Elixir submitted Era Shift. This is a 4-mana sorcery. Take an extra turn before the start of your next one. Oh, that's fascinating design space. Exile Era Shift. I'm not gonna say there's necessarily a big problem with this card, but it will significantly be more powerful in a one-on-one game than in a, for example, a multiplayer game where each player can wail on you for a few turns before it comes back to your turn. We're like in a 60-card Magic one-on-one game. I mean, this looks insane. It's just absolutely insane. Bacon Catbug loves it though. Zyber's hard because, like, well, I don't know what's fair for a time. This is not that far from Time Walk. Time Walk is 2 mana. This one's 4. Because it's basically, okay, I pass the turn, and then I get 2 turns. Although I have to admit, we probably wasted 1 turn by playing this card in the first place. The beginning of the beginning is nay. Is Shakespeare truly dead? Of course not. Sulfum says, I'd love to give you money, but I'm both poor and a cheap. That's why I depend on the bingos. That's right, the bingos. Great point, Sulfum. We do have a bingo card for all of you today. Take a screenshot of it, and if there's anything that this card... So if there's any cards that we go over that hit the bingo card, for each bingo that we make, we give a freebie to the show. But also some people donate to the show as well. So you have 2 shots if you becoming part of the show. But you do have to donate on the Discord. You do have to post your cards on the Discord. That's still a hard rule no matter what you do. So fixes the unfun part of extra turns where people just chain their opponents out of playing. I think the card is great. So maybe it is worth just 1 mana less. So, you know, I have Time Warp at 5 mana, but Era Shift is 1 mana. And even if you get to copy it, you still have to pass the turn to your opponent. They have an opportunity to do something or to interact. I don't know how you interact with this thing after it is resolved. But I guess they could set up a giant defense. Be prepared for the worst. I would hate... I don't know what would abuse this, to be honest, though. I don't know what would abuse this. Bingo, does the last card count as an uncard? No. I think it is sort of technically a card. The uncards, they just go over like things that are impossible to do. Like, well, I guess placing stickers is not an uncard thing to do because those are also on real cards. The card works just fine. All right, sick card, excellent card. Back to the freebie section. Okay, next we've got. Oh, this is I thought this was a card for a second. It said Goblin. No, it's just an advertisement. WinRAR. Let me guess, it does nothing. 0 mana, artifact software. At the beginning of each player's upkeep. Oh, they may pay 3. But they don't have to. But they can. You know what? If you're generous, if you like to support WinRAR, you can pay 3. Nothing more clearly reveals the meanness of a spirit than to dwell within the castle of convenience while denying the stone to its mason. So if I don't know, maybe if you're not a Windows user, in order to open compressed files, you use WinRAR, and WinRAR, when you open it up, it always says like register a copy of WinRAR here for $5 or $10 or something like that. But if you never register, it doesn't matter. You can use WinRAR for forever. Like you don't have to pay for it, but you can use the service for an eternity. So if they've been asking for money for like, I don't know, 20 years or something, for as long as I've known WinRAR, but you don't have to pay for it. I'm very curious who is the kind of person that pays for it. You know, if I were a millionaire, I'd probably throw WinRAR some dollars. WinRAR saved me millions of times. Where would I be without WinRAR? But I'm not a millionaire, so I don't feel like, you know, if it's for free, I'm gonna keep using it for free. Bingo flavor win. Oh yeah, you know what? I completely agree with you there. That is a super flavor win. Ooh, hold on. We need a circle to at least go on the dangerous spot. We also need a thicker. I think we need it thick. We need it big and thick. Thicker than this, anyhow. Okay, and then we're going to copy. Did we make a copy? Yeah, we made a copy. Where is Flavor Win? It is absolutely Flavor Win. Flavor Excellence. Bryce says, what is this card? Come on, you've never heard of WinRAR? I can't tell. I don't think WinRAR ever pops up when on my Mac computer. It's just like I think it's just a Windows thing. Or maybe I haven't opened up any compressed files. Jeff says, I still think there should be a plus when you pay that 3, like an additional draw since you unzipped a folder. Funny, Solfim was like, I don't need this. I'll just add the 3 to my pool and do nothing with it. At the beginning, it's funny. It's each player's upkeep. Everyone has the option to pay the 3 if you really want to. Just says the dude that made VLC and Media Player gave it away for free and could have made millions. Maybe. You know what? They should have just paywalled additional features. That's all. Also, I think people just use 7-zip now. You know, I'm not up to date. I don't know. I still use WinRAR. Has anyone paid? Yeah, anyone in chat paid for this? Anyone in the replay paid for WinRAR? Let us know. Let us know your motivation. Or maybe it's like, maybe it's just a weird scam. Like, hey, please pay for it. You don't have, like, because you know, it feels like you have to when you open it up. Like it literally feels like, you know, okay, just like anything else, if you want to access your files or use this service, please register an account and give us money. But if you just, you know, ignore the paying the money part, you just get straight to your files, put them onto your computer, and ignore the rest. Anyway, it's pretty funny. Okay, next. Still using WinRAR. Never paid for it. That's right. WinRAR for the win. It does win one way or another. Okay, I guess this card is... I mean, the card is technically doable. It's another gag card, though. It, like, doesn't do anything. Okay, next, we've got Bacon Catbug. Unyielding Extractor, because I hate leyline binding. You don't say. Okay, the Unyielding Extractor. Cool looking card. This is a 1-mana artifact, hexproof. Costs can't be reduced. Oh! That is something unusual. So you're trying to reduce your costs. No, you have to pay full retail around here. There's no discounts anymore. All right, you missed $2 Tuesday. Today is Wednesday. Now, I'm sorry. Do you see the expiry date on that coupon? That was last week. Do you want to pull out the coupon from a year ago? No, I don't think so. We got expiry dates for a reason, and we can't reduce the cost of this thing. Anti-mana cheat. What else does it do? Is it a rule? It might be a rulings nightmare. How does this card interact with omniscience? I have a feel like I don't know for sure, but I think if the card says you can play without paying its mana cost, then you still play it for free. But if the card says it costs 1 less, it's possible that if it says less in the card, like it costs 1 less, it costs 2 less, that's what this card counteracts in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, it's probably an anti-affinity card. Reminder that Convoke, Delve, and Improvise is not cost reduction. Yes, that it still pays for the thing in general. Delve used to be doesn't work against Convoke. But, I mean, it does work against a lot of cards that are trying to get out, like, cheaper. So I guess it works. And also, it's interesting. 1 mana. Oh, look at this. Hexproof. What do you want hexproof on it, Bacon Catbug, huh? What was that? Was that necessary? Not really. You don't see hexproof on Grafdigger's Cage. You don't see hexproof on... Well, you don't see hexproof on any of the 1 mana, like, sort of prison cards. You just wanted to protect your card, didn't you? Mana cost can't cost less. Seems like the intent. Yeah, I think that's the idea. I think that's the idea, and I think it works. I like it. So it does not affect cards like Force of Will. I don't think it affect. Yeah, it's not going to affect alternate casting costs. It's but it's going to affect cards that would get reduced. Now you have to pay full retail. Oh, it won't work in Affinity? I thought it would. I thought the definition of Affinity is the card would cost 1 less for each artifact that's on the battlefield. I could swear that's what it says there. Bingo, discussing the rules. You know what? That's absolutely a fair point. We're going deep into the rules right now. It's a lot of rules in this game. Affinity reduces cost. Yeah, there you go. Affinity reduces cost. Of course it's going to work against Affinity. Mana costs wouldn't affect abilities in that case. Correct. Yes, it is exactly why it... Yes, it is, and that's exactly why it doesn't work. Huh? Mana costs wouldn't affect abilities. Huh? I don't get it now. Okay, affinity reduces costs, but for some reason this is not going to work. There seems to be a little bit of a disagreement between about how this would interact with affinity. Okay, judge. I got an unyielding exactor over here, and my opponent's trying to play Frogmite for nothing. They're trying to play Frogmite for absolutely nothing. Are they allowed to? Do people mean it doesn't work in Affinity because it's a bad artifact for Affinity? Oh, yeah. Maybe that's how I'm supposed to interpret it. Oh, I was misinterpreting your definition of it working. No. Yeah, you can't. Don't put it in your Affinity deck. That would be like committing Sudoku. That would be terrible. This definitely would affect Affinity, but not affect Omniscience. That's how I would look at this card. And we have Olga over here. Whenever a spell was cast for less mana than its mana cost, counter that spell. There are cards like that out there as well. Yeah, this one's slightly more, actually significantly more complicated upon reading it. But you know what? We're going to get used to it, and we'll figure it out. Anyway, we're going to take a look at many more of these cards, but we do have to thank our sponsor today. Oh, starting with FusionGamingOnline.com. My favorite place to get my Magic the Gathering cards, for whether it be for Commander, Modern, Pioneer, sometimes Legacy. Sometimes I play some Legacy, and the first place I go is FusionGamingOnline.com. Don't forget the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're coming out fast and furious. They're coming out with ninjutsu. They are ninjas, after all. And you can get them at FusionGamingOnline.com. Don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases. And it supports the channel, of course. It's wonderful to support the channel. Okay, I'm a little discombobulated here. Okay, we're back to the freebie section. Okay, next is Undying the Almighty Dirge. This is a 4-mana 2/3 zombie. Whenever a creature enters under an opponent's control, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. That creature's controller may have their creature fight the created zombie. What? When Undying dies, return him to the battlefield with a finality counter on it, and also transform. Oh my god. This card is just all over the place. And we also can transform it. I lost track of what this card does 2 sentences in. Turns into the Undying Flesh Golem, a 6/6 zombie golem with death touch and trample, and when Undying dies, which turns into a tongue twister, return him to the battlefield front side up. So basically it just keeps flipping back and forth, right? Flavor Fail doesn't have the Undying keyword. You know what? I couldn't be in greater agreement. Undying is a keyword. Disqualified? They've turned a lot of keywords into the names of cards. So this is just Undying the card, not the mechanic. I mean, in some ways, when it dies, you return him back to the battlefield. So that's sort of like what Undying did, right? Yeah, exactly. Undying dies, huh? What kind of silly nonsense is this? The fact that his name is the same as a keyword will make explaining this confusing. They did that a few times. They've in what was it? Was it Persist? Yeah, I think was it Persist? I can't remember. There were a few cards that there are a lot of mechanics made from an actual card. But then there were a lot of mechanics that were just invented on themselves. So they made a card out of the mechanic as if it had an origin story. If that was the case, then Case of the Trampled Garden would be disqualified. I can't remember. What is the Case of the Trampled Garden? I don't know what you're talking about. Manifest Dread is a sorcery. Okay, hold on. When an opponent creates... Sorry. Whenever a creature enters under an opponent's control, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. So we get the zombie. That creature's controller may have their creature fight the created zombie. Why would we want to give them the option to kill our zombie? Like, they have the option to fight our zombie. That makes no sense. So it's like, if their creature is bigger, they'll kill it off. If the creature isn't bigger, they don't kill it off. Very strange. Because it has trample in its name? Oh, you guys are saying like case of the trampled garden would be disqualified. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we're not gonna disqualify cards because it has the name of a keyword in the name. Like the only thing we're gonna disqualify is if it has the exact name as another card with the exact name. And I don't think there's a lot of Magic cards in the game called Undying the Almighty Dirge. I would bet this is the only one. I think it's meant to be a downside. So the way it's worded, if the creature is small, the creature they play is small, we get a 2/2. But if they play a big creature, we get nothing, because they'll just fight it and kill it. Okay, I mean, I guess the card is doable. Bit complicated, though. And also a little controversial. Some people are taking up arms with the name Undying in the title. That's a little bit interesting. Okay, next we've got Corbinek. Resource Harvesting version 2 at work, but I hope the stream goes well. The stream's gonna go awesome, Corbinek. Okay, what are we looking at? Resource harvesting. What kind of resources are we talking about here? Resource harvesting. I thought I found it. Do you spell it something different? Did you just post it or something? I don't see. Oh, here it is. Resource harvest. Oh, for some reason, sometimes when the card is really fresh, I can't find it. Discord is weird like that. Okay, resource harvesting is a triple red sorcery. The planet is like breaking. It's like breaking apart. It's like trying to get all the golden eggs out of the goose all at once. Okay, for triple red sorcery, exile X target lands you own and control as an additional cost to cast the spell. Well, that's not the first time some kind of card is like this, but then usually say like reveal cards on the top of your deck until you hit X number of permanents. So now we have gain X tap treasure tokens, deal X damage to any non-player target. Okay, that's weird. Create X 1/1 elemental creature tokens. Search your library for X basic mountain cards and add them to your hand. That is so weird. X target lands you own and control. So basically, we are sacking all our lands, and we're going to at least get a bunch of temporary tokens. We're also going to get the mountains back, but they go into our hand. We have to replay them. Seems like a weird deal. Triple red. Oh, did I say triple red? Was it quadruple, quintuple? Is it quintuple? I think it's quintuple. Quintuple red. And then at 6, it's sextuple. And then 7, I don't know, 7. We don't shuffle. We don't shuffle after searching. Are we not shuffling after searching? Corbinek? Bingo, too much X. X. You know what? That's right. We do have too much X. Great call. Too much, way too much X. Honestly, the slight off syntax of the phrases on the card make it feel like an older MTG card pre-errata. That might be the idea. Corbinek loves using the old templating. Bring back to the olden days. And you know what? This card sort of looks like something weird that they would have made at the time. In some sense, Magic cards were far more creative back then. They were always creative in a bad way. I mean, they were useless cards, but they were creative. They were very interesting. It's a septuple. Oh, so is it septuple 6? Oh, am I an idiot? Honestly, could make a bingo spot for broken by earthbending. It happens so often. Yeah, I suppose so. Oh yeah. So like if you have earthbending, you would stack all your mountains, and then they'd all come back as if they weren't happening in the first place. Oh, sept is the 7th. So thank you for letting me know. Good. I was sort of right. Quintuple is 5. Sextuple is 6. All right. Septuple. They all sound the same. They all sound the same. Okay, I'll say that this card definitely works. Good job, Corbinek. You broke earthbending. You did it. Back to the freebie section. Okay, we have Shivan Gorge, but good. Well, there was nothing wrong with Shivan Gorge in the first place. So this is a legendary land. Tap for a colorless. Tap for a red. For each spell you control. Ooh. What was the original Shivan Gorge? Tap for a red for each spell you control. So you have to have a bunch of cards on the stack. That sort of works in red. I would say that this card is really hard to use. You have to spend mana to get a bunch of cards on the stack. And then only then will you be able to tap this for a bunch of red afterwards. Yeah, spells. Spells. So you could start by playing, like, I don't know, Ragavan. So hold priority. Ragavan's on the stack. Then you, like, lightning bolt somebody while also playing, like, red elemental blast on another card. And then, so you have 3 spells on the stack, and then while all that stuff's on the stack, tap your Shivan Gorge. I think it would be insanely difficult to use. Wouldn't this count Storm? Yes, actually, it would count Storm. Yep, it would, actually. All right, we broke Storm. Again. To be honest, I can't tell if this would be very, very good in Storm or be win more. Because once you get a big Storm count, maybe this card is useless, but also on the other hand, if you spend a few mana just to, like, pull off, I don't know, a grape shot for 7 and then float maybe that's fine. You float this for mana, play Past in Flames, get the grape shot back, and then do it all over again. Yeah, congratulations. You've broken one of the most broken mechanics already. Get through all your Storm and then Fireball. At most, it discounts Storm spells by 1. Well, no, but someone could be in the middle of Storm. So someone could, like, do a little bit of storming. Because, like, let's say I have a Grape Shot in my hand, and I have Past in Flames. But I don't have enough mana for both Past and... I don't have 4 mana, I have 3 mana. And I've already played a bunch of spells. I could play Grape Shot, get, like, maybe 5. Get, like, 5 red or whatever. Or maybe 6. And then play, tap my Shivan Gorge to get all the red mana. Grape Shot goes to the graveyard. Play Past in Flames, get all my rituals and everything back, or even just a Grape Shot again. Although I do think it would take a little, probably take a few more Storm to win from that point. Don't forget the Storm copy. Yeah, well, that's the idea. That is completely the idea. This card is kind of free since it taps for 1 regardless. Yeah, it is, actually. That makes it problematic. No, okay, no, it actually doesn't. So, like, I actually think the red part is going to be hard to use. And I also think that a lot of decks that play red, they can't use the colorless. So I actually think this is balanced in a weird way. I think it's very balanced. If you're a red player, you know that you can't use a wastes very often. You know, you can't play your Ball Lightning off of a waste, or you have, like, a lot of super intense, mana-intensive red cards. Like, for example, the Resource Harvesting. Are you gonna play your Resource Harvesting off of the Shivan Gorge but good? No, you can't. Unless you had a bunch of, unless you're tapping this for red, for the 5 red. The quintuple red that we need to cast the thing in the first place. But we need a bunch of spells on the stack in the first place. It can always tap for 1 red, though. It counts everything from creatures to instants, so it can always tap for 1 red on our turn if we're casting more than 1 spell. Yes, that is correct, if you're playing more than 1 spell, but not if you're playing 1. Not if you're playing 1. Okay, next up. We got the damn draws with Conjoined Twins. Sorry, no, Conjoined Marauder. Don't know why I said Conjoined Twins. It's the first thing that comes up to my mind. Conjoined Marauder. They were conjoined twins at birth, but that didn't stop them. Everybody, that didn't stop them. They decided that they were still eligible to join the army anyway. They needed a little bit of a custom suit, but you know what? They made it work. It's a 5 mana 4/3 ogre zombie. It's got myriad and melee. During the combat phase, if 2 or more players are blocking a creature named Conjoined Marauder, this creature gains trample until end of turn, and it can unearth for 5 mana. This feels very, this feels like very Commander. It's a very commander card for the most part. I don't have a whole lot of commentary on here. So between Myriad and Melee, when this creature attacks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each opponent you attacked this combat. But doesn't also, like, you also give you make a copy also of this card attacking everybody else. During the combat phase, if 2 or more players are blocking a creature named Conjoined Marauder, this creature gains trample. This is a bit weird. Oh, I get it. So is like, are these abilities supposed to imply that the creature is so fast and so powerful that it can attack several people at once? Yeah, I think the reminder text is only talking about Melee, but not Myriad. You need to send clones after different players, and they all get trample. Yeah, it's going to get +3/+3 with 3 players. Commander card! The Pixel Asylum. Where do you have to put a card for it to be featured on the show? First time live custom card stream. You submit it to my Discord. There are deep instructions in the description. You also have to pay money, or you have to wait for freebies. But the freebies only come if people donate, like how Steve Cooper donates here. Big time donation. Or you either donate or wait for bingos. For each bingo, someone gets a free card. But I do have detailed instructions. All right, Conjoined Marauder. I like the idea of this thing. I don't know how to make it super flavorful though. Maybe this is the way to do it. You know, the Conjoined Marauder is attacking one person on one side. Maybe there's 3 of them we can't see. We're only seeing like 2/3 of the Conjoined Marauder. It could have been triplets. Wait for bingo. I didn't know about this one. Yeah, well, that's the whole. So on the bingo card is worth freebies. So for every bingo, maxes out at 5. For each bingo, I give a freebie out to the audience. That's how it works around here. Oh, and I'll tell you what also works around here. Mana Traders, the premier... my sponsor, Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards on Magic Online. Do you like to play... You like creativity, right? You custom card players. Well, guess what? You get to unlock your entire creativity when you are renting cards online. Instead of having to dedicate yourself to one deck, you can play test to your heart's content when you're renting with Mana Traders on Magic Online. You can support the channel using coupon code Nikachu_649 to get 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. All right, back to our last. Okay, look at one more freebie section card, and then it's just gonna be super chats. What the hell is this? Okay, we have Guy with an energy drink. For red, it's a 2/1 human, and the art is I'm bad at art but refuse to use AI. All right, respect. Haste, untap this creature. But you could just grab a random picture from anywhere. You could get it from a movie if you wanted to. I'm pretty sure you could just Google guy with an energy drink and have, someone drinking a can of Monster. Something like that. Okay, haste, untap this creature. There's like a way to break this card, isn't there? I think there's a few cards that are like whenever a creature untaps. Hold on, let me think about it. Untap this creature. Is there any way to break this card? I want to say there is, but I could be wrong. Okay, hold on. There is one card I can think of. There's a merfolk called Thrashing something. It's like a 3-mana 1/1, and then whenever a permanent untaps, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So it combos with that. Oh, Mesmeric Orb, great call. Mesmeric Orb. That's right. Whenever a permanent untaps, does it mill other people? No, but it mills you. Doesn't it just mill you, not somebody else's? Something that triggers off of activating abilities. I don't know if that exists. Can make it a dork. But if you make it a dork and you tap it for mana, then you're not activating this thing's ability, right? Sagacious says, is it like Nikachu's personal Discord? Yeah, it's in the Discord. If not, what time do you mean by will? Huh? There's a Discord. I got a link to the Discord in the description. It's been there for forever. Yes, it is my Discord. It's free. It's free. Well, the section that you see for submitting cards is free. There's a paywalled section too. It's sort of like WinRAR though. My Discord is basically like WinRAR, unless you're a modern Merfolk player. Then it might actually have a little bit more value beyond that. If you activate this ability a number of times, the creature should die for the flavor. Yes, but how can I recover all my energy? How? By spending all my energy. Bolt says, I still need to stop being lazy and join the Discord. Do you use Discord? I can understand people who don't use Discord. Like, that's fair. I hate signing up for new things too. And Discord is like a bit weird to use if you've never used it before. But if you use Discord already, I mean, it seems just free to join the damn thing. And Nikachu keeps the fan stuff in the paywalled sections. You see, Trent, you're gonna make people really disappointed if they pay for that stuff. Oh, I was asking about the AI MTG VOD because usually the VODs are up very soon. Okay, oh, the AI VOD's gonna be coming up like in a week because those are saved for next week. That's why. And there's no VODs in the Discord. Okay, guy with an energy drink, you're legal. I don't know what you do, but you're legal. Funny enough. All right, we're on the second, we're past the sponsored sections of the show. So now we're going to take a look at the $10 and higher super chats. Big Mike with the big $25. Happy Wednesday. Sure. Some devotion shenanigans tonight, today with Nick's Mare. Interesting. Let's look at Nick's Mare. And you want Malician Cynic. Also, per usual, an additional 3 donos to the people who want them later. Thank you so much, Big Mike. Hear that, everybody? There's a few donos on Big Mike. Big donor. Okay, Nick's Mare is a 3-mana Star Nightmare horse. Also looks very elegant, very majestic looking horse, if you ask me. It's got Skulk. That is unusual. Oh, hold on. This is an enchantment creature. And it's also still a nightmare horse, like I guess the original Nightmare. Skulk, this creature can be blocked by creatures with greater power. But isn't the idea to like have a really big, powerful Nixmare? This creature's power and toughness are each equal to your devotion to black. So it's going to be at least a 2/2 when it enters the battlefield. Could be bigger. I just find it strange. It's funny that we have got Skulk attached to a creature that we want to make as big as possible. Can't be blocked by creatures with greater power, but we want to be underneath and sneaky below all the other ones. This just seems like a creature that they would make. They would make it eventually, that's for sure. Oh yeah, the dono to Pedgeman on the bingo card was, I mean, it was like an auto include. It might have been, it could have been the free space, really. Majra series used to be the free space. It was so common. Not sure where Skulk comes from. Yeah, I think it came from Innistrad. It was usually attached to the tiny creatures. Like if it was a 1/1 or a 2/1 or something like that. It was never... I never saw Skulk on a 10/10. But I mean, it's not illegal. All right, we got the Nixmare to help support the horse kindred, which is, I guess, it's a thing. We need more horses in this game. Finally, a skull creature that can see play. Okay, next up we got Malician Cynic. I like the full art look to this thing. We have can be for 2 generic or literally one colorless, which is a bit odd. It sort of looks like in the casting cost you can pay 2 colorless or 1 colorless. That's just how I'm like sort of looking at it right now. Anyway, it could be for exactly 1 colorless. For a 1/1 human rebel, as long as your devotion to each color is 0, this creature has protection from each color. So you have to be a colorless. You put this in your Eldrazi deck. Put in your Eldrazi deck. Yeah, maybe certain versions of Affinity and robots could play this type of card. And then also for the same cost, tap, target player's devotion to each color is reduced to 0 until end of turn. That is weird. Okay, I don't know how that interacts with the rules. Yeah, terrifying to ruling staff. I mean, let's assume that it just does what it does. It's just target player's devotion is nothing. You're no longer devoted to your I guess what it is until end of turn, if your devotion was a certain level, it goes to 0. So all your cards will check as if your devotion is 0 in the first place. My only question would be, if you add devotion, let's say it's reduced to 0 upon activating. What if I add to the board after that? Is my devotion, like if I put a blue card onto the battlefield, is my devotion now 2? But that's for the judges to figure out. Judge, well, reading the card explains the card, I freaking guess. The way I would think if they printed this card is like, what else was this card made for? Like, why would Wizards have printed this if it wasn't allowed to work the way it says it works? Wizards wouldn't print a completely useless card, would they? Would they? Oh, they turn you into an atheist until end of turn? Is that the flavor? So you're not devoted to anything. Yeah, because in the in Theros, you're devoted to the gods. I'm not very familiar with Meletian the Cynic. Yeah, Baba Heliod decks. Heliod was not my greatest concern at the time. I think the strength of this card is taking away another player's devotion when they're playing into it. Yes, I think this is supposed to be an anti-devotion card, like it's an anti-devotion, anti-god card. I imagine it gives the opponent a replacement effect until the end of the turn, so it keeps putting the devotion to 0. It might. Like, again, like this card doesn't exist, so we don't know how the wording actually works. Okay, very, very creative card. Very creative. Seems like Big Mike is up against devotion decks a lot, and is tired of them. Is stone cold tired of them. Little MX Doom with, what the hell is this? IP Masquerena? These look hard to look up. What is this? Can I look up I:'P? Does that work? It does. It did work. We've got Little MX Doom. Whatever, go my lesbians. Masquerena and Little Knight. All right. You're lesbians. Oh, what is this? Lesbian cat cat anime girls. We have a 3-mana 2/3 Cybers Human Rogue. Well, I thought I saw like ears. I thought this was a tail. Then we got it's got partner with SP Little Knight. Whenever IP Masquerena enters or attacks, exile target non-land, non-creature card from a graveyard with a data counter on it. Oh my god, the fleshes have been reached. Oh, is it this is another TCG adaptation. This came from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everyone knows. Wow, I'm just like, I feel like I'm not with it. Other TCG adaptation. Is this Yu-Gi-Oh? Did Yu-Gi-Oh go to Kamigawa? Neon Dynasty? Because that's what it looks like. It is a tail, and those are ears. Okay. So it is so we're in agreement. It's a cat girl. Then why is it a human rogue? Shouldn't it be a cyber cat human? Animate waifu card, other TCG and Flish's Reach. Pick your bingo. Oh, we picked one. Okay. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, target opponent loses 2 life. That is completely legal. It's completely fair. This card honestly doesn't do anything. Because it's like when we exiled the target non-land, non-creature card from a graveyard, it didn't say we were allowed to cast it. It's just gone. That's it. It's just like a weird graveyard hate card. And when we play cards from exile, our opponent loses 2 life, which is, I mean, that's not impossible. There's a lot of cards out there. Cyberpunk is a generic theme, not just from Kamigawa. You know, but when I'm looking at this thing, it feels very Kamigawa-like. Maybe I should look at the original Cyberpunk stuff. When it combines, like, the anime world, I don't know, maybe I don't know the first Cyberpunk merging with anime. How to look at her partner. I will. I was trying to give more commentary to your Masquerena, but you know what? We'll be a little impatient. It seems like this might be the real beef of the show here. We got Little Knight. This is a 4-mana 3/4 Cyburst Human Ninja. First strike, also partner with Masquerena. Now, as long as SP Little Knight is attacking, you may cast spells with data counters on them from exile as though they had flash. Ah, it all comes together. If you cast a spell this way, mana of any type can be spent to cast the spell. So we are exiling. So, you know, honestly, it feels like a single magic card divided in two with some little quirks to them. But they are, I will say, this is like the first partner, or maybe I didn't look at the synergy of partners very well, but that, like, these are two partners that actually partner together. Like, these two cards work together. One doesn't work without the other one. So you need both. They need to work as a team. Actual teamwork at the same time. Yeah, the other gave the data counters. Not accurate to the real cards. Olga is a bit disappointed with the lore, it seems. But me, who doesn't even have any idea what the original cards did, it makes perfect sense to me. Perfect sense. Okay, next up, we've got Noise Marrow, Variety of Life, and Urza, plus another dono. A lot of donos today. Variety of Life. But remember, dono people, you gotta suck it up till the end of the show, which literally can be 2 hours. It could be 2 hours from now. Okay, Variety of Life is a 5-mana sorcery. For each card type, each player exiles up to 1 card of that type from their hand. But what if they can't and may play those cards without paying their mana cost for as long as they remain exiled? Whenever the next spell you cast this turn resolves, end the turn. How does this work? Okay, so for each card type, you know, there's instant, sorcery, artifact, whatever, creature, everything. We can exile the cards from our hand and may play those cards without paying their mana cost for as long as they remain exiled. This looks like chaos. I don't know what this card is actually going to do, but it's probably going to be up to no good. And I would imagine you get the advantage first because, well, you can play sorcery speed cards first. You get to play artifacts, the planeswalkers, the creatures, and more or less win the game. It's like show and tell, except your opponents aren't allowed to show and tell. Like, am I not wrong? This card feels busted. The only thing our opponent's allowed to do or play and interact with us until their turn is play instants and sorceries. Olga says, basically can play any card from your extra deck on opponent's turn, and SP flickers itself to exile something the opponent controls. IP and SP are usually played together, but is not mandatory. Oh, thanks for letting us know, Olga. So it felt sort of like it. Instead of an extra deck, it was like exile. Steve Cooper's like, I'm going to show my combo and tell you how it goes when I solitaire off. Something like that. It's the spice of life of life. Well, it's the variety of life. And then the art appears to be the dream sequence of something. Noise Marrow says, does the wording of this change timing for spells? I imagined timing would be the same, so opponents can make an instant free, and we can only cast 1 more spell this turn. Okay, hold on, let me see. For each card, exile up to 1 card of that type. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe okay, for each card type, no, you can exile up to 1 card of that type from their hand. So I can exile instant, sorcery, land, creature, artifact, planeswalker, enchantment, etc. And may play those cards without paying their mana cost for as long as they remain exiled. Whenever the next spell you cast this turn resolves. Oh, I see. It ends the turn. But okay, so this, however, end the turn. That's not split second. That's a trigger. So whenever the next... Oh, interesting. So it's built in a way that I'm not allowed to abuse it. So I can only play... Okay, so frankly, I think Variety of Life is going to kill us. So instead of being the person to win the game, I actually think we're going to be hands down losing this game, because I'm pretty sure we're just going to king make the person on our left if they have a bunch of cards in hand. they aren't going to be triggered by this. Whenever the next spell you cast this turn resolves, yeah, it's not going to affect the next person. Yeah, it's hard to abuse this when your turn immediately ends when you resolve a spell. You can't even play anything in response. Or maybe you can. Maybe it's not going to trigger twice. It says whenever the next spell you cast this turn it has to resolve end the turn. Okay, so I can play several things on the stack, but the moment one of them resolves, the rest of them get wiped off the stack because the turn ends. It's a card that's making me think. You know, it's a thinking card. Okay, in the end, I actually think this is fair. I think it would get banned. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is the type of commander card that would get banned because you're probably gonna king make the person to your left, because when they take their turn, they get to play everything for free with no restriction, and you had plenty of restrictions. Potentially playing to potentially. That's not guaranteed, but potentially. Definitely, whoever's on the other side of the table of this thing better have a lot of instants. Yeah, I get. You only have one instant. Can't have anything else. Or you could have some creatures that could be played at flash speed, I suppose. Okay, interesting card. Very thought-provoking. And then we have Urza, Sojourning Artificer. This is a 4-mana 3/3 human artificer. Vigilance. Tap. Discard a card. Create a 0/0 colorless construct artifact creature token with this token gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. If the discarded card was an artifact card, create 2 of those tokens instead. Oh, that's fascinating. Usually you get like free this is like, I think this is the first like Urza or Karn that you have to work so hard to get your 0/0. Usually just ETB or just activate some planeswalker ability and you get your construct. Here you have to like, it has summoning sickness, you gotta wait a turn. But you get 2. You get 2 if you can. The second ability, tap, discard a card, draw a card. If the discarded card was an artifact card, draw 2 cards instead. That's another sick ability. I might betray mono blue to play this card, actually. I think this card is so cool. Also has vigilance, if that matters. I don't know how Urza is so vigilant, but sort of. The constructs approve. They do, don't they? Nova Spacebook says, banned, but not because it's broken, but because the table doesn't want to go through resolving it. Something like that. Exactly. I feel like this is overtuned. You know, honestly, of all the cards I review, this is clean. Like, this isn't confusing to read. It literally does what it says. There's no ambiguity. I actually can appreciate it for that by a lot. I appreciate this card. I'm okay with Urza. I'm also okay with Urza. Simulacrum Synthesizer wishes. You get a lot of synergy with a lot of artifact cards. A lot of artifact cards out there. All right, thank you very much, Noise Marrow. Okay, our next big super chat comes from Magostera. Nikachu Hopeful as well. 2 simple cards for tonight. They always say it's a simple card, and then I read it and it's like incredibly complicated. Antediluvian? Whatever that means. The Antediluvian Shrine and some god support. Oh my god. The second is Port. Okay, we'll look at. I'll look at the second one a little bit later. So the first is the Antediluvian Shrine. It's very funny. We got some god support, but at the same time, we also had some anti-god support a little bit earlier. The Antediluvian Shrine is a land, a tap for a colorless, and for 2 mana, tap until end of turn. Target god permanent you control becomes a creature. Also, it loses all abilities, preventing it from attacking or blocking. I think it's just fine that you just say, oh, you're specifically saying. So that's really specific. Do we have that on the bingo card? Oh, yeah, that's hyper specific. Come on, people. Why do I have to get? Why am I? That's not my job. This is your guys' job. Antediluvian means before Noah's flood. Oh, really? Then where's the? What about the flood? Why are we looking at a bunch of flood here? And why do we have this alien figure up here? Antediluvian is just a fancy way to say old, right? I do not know. Honestly, antediluvian sounds like an AI-generated word, like from the AI shows. And then I look it up and it doesn't mean anything. It sounds like an English word, and it's not. I'm sure it actually is in this case. Too bad there aren't any Eldrazi gods. Well, they might as well rename Emrakul a god. If actual gods can die and Emrakul can die, I don't see the difference. Frankly, Emrakul is more powerful than all the gods of Magic the Gathering. What would be the use of this? It would be to attack with gods that you're not allowed to attack with. Because every god has this clause that you can't attack it unless you have enough devotion. You can't attack or block with it unless you have enough cards in hand. You can't attack or block. There's always like there's always like an excuse that the god doesn't want to do anything. Because you need to be devoted to the god. You need to prove your worth to get its strength. So in this case, it's like you don't need any followers. You're allowed to attack with the card anyway. Proxy loves the music right now. It's nice music, isn't it? The OG Theros and Amonkhet. Yeah, the Amonkhet gods. If this ability works, great. It's a weirdly specific ability because you want to get rid of the clause that only the ability preventing it from attacking and blocking, but you want to keep all the other abilities, which is unusual. I don't even know if that's the perfect way to word that sort of thing, but we'll just go along with it for now. We're gonna go along for it. Go along with it. And the second was the Portent of Annihilation. This one I couldn't find a good mana cost for. Your thoughts? Okay, let's see. Let's see if 1 mana is enough. Sometimes that's all you need. The only thing you have to do is pay 1 mana. Okay, 1 mana for Portent of Annihilation, Kindred Sorcery, Eldrazi. Search your library for an Eldrazi creature, reveal it, and exile it with X time counters on it, where X is that creature's mana value. If it doesn't have Suspend, it gains Suspend. Shuffle your library. Search your library for an Eldrazi creature. I think this is fine. It's like a really weird tutor. Frankly, I think this is a really cool idea. I think they, screw Eldrazi creatures. Why don't you just put... Maybe you can't do just regular creature, because then it's that you could, like, for 1 mana, you could look for a 1/1. Oh, but then you're getting the 1/1 on turn 2 and has Summoning Sickness. Maybe that's fine. It's very interesting. Because even if I look for a 2-drop, the 2-drop's not allowed to be in play for, 2 turns. If I look for a 3-drop, it's not allowed to be in play for 3 turns. And the 4, I could be dead by the time the turn 4 hits. But especially when it's Eldrazi, they're all expensive. They cost too much mana. They're insane. Yeah, it seems fine. Emrakul 15 turns away. I think the only cards I would be most concerned with this suspending would be cards like Fleshraker, like the cheaper Eldrazi's that might get out of control if they come out. And it tutors out the Fleshraker, so that Fleshraker is not too far off. And if anyone has ever played against an Eldrazi deck, there's usually a few turns of setup mode. It's like turn 1, maybe Ancient Stirrings or do nothing. Turn 1 Chalice of the Void off of a Soul Land. And then turn 2, maybe set up some more mana. And then turn 3 is the real turn of an Eldrazi deck. And that's when they start slamming down 4-drops and 5-drops and 6-drops. Yeah, there are 2 to 3 mana Eldrazi. A lot of them still suck, though. Early Fleshraker would... How expensive is Fleshraker? I think it's 3 mana. So you play this on turn 1, it comes out turn 4. It's probably okay. It's probably fine. Are there cards that add or remove time counters? There are from the Doctor Who set. There are very cheeky cards. Are you going to play Doctor Who cards with your in your Eldrazi deck? I don't know. That sounds like a gamble to me. Sounds like a little bit of a gamble. 10+ turns is a long way to go in any game. That's right. Unless you're in that super battlecruiser pod. Okay, I think this works. I think 1 mana is fine. Yeah, if it was 2 mana, 1 mana still might be dubious. Maybe 1 mana is still not good enough. Oh, can it find changelings? I don't know if that changes anything. I don't know if how changeling works. If changeling works when you're searching your library, or changeling only exists while it's on the battlefield. I believe a Changeling still works in other zones, because I think you can put a Morophon in play with Sorin. I think you can do that. Yeah, I think you can put there's Sorin the Bloodline or something Planeswalker. There's the Sorin that lets you show and tell vampires, and I think you can put Morophon in play. Yeah, I think Changeling is active in all places. But I don't even know any broken Changelings to put in play for 1 or 2 mana or anything like that. Okay, cool card. Next we've got we got Kano in the house here. Terminal Pox and Bracken Night Runner. So what, we're gonna die from this pox? It looks like everyone's dead already. I could swear I've seen this art before. Okay, this is an 8 mana sorcery. Split second. Each player loses all but 1 life. Oh my god. They choose a card in their hand, then discard the rest. They choose a creature they control, then sacrifice the rest. They choose a land they control, then sacrifice the rest. This seems busted, but it is a lot of mana though. Is there any way to break this card? Like, the thing that comes to mind is you leave in play a pinging creature. So you just split second this thing. Everyone loses everything except a creature. And then whoever has the biggest creature, you like send your pinging card at them. And you keep the one card in your hand. Could be like Lava Dart. That was it. That's GG. You have Lava Dart and a pinger in play, and they all die. Because then you Lava Dart someone, it goes to the graveyard, flash back by sacking a mountain, ping the last person. It's over. This seems like a pretty easy combo card. Has there ever been a split-second sorcery? Yeah, it seems like an oxymoron, right? One of the slowest cards to play in Magic the Gathering. Somehow too fast to interact with. Should be an instant. This card looks way too powerful to be an instant. Playing this at end of turn seems like a nightmare. Like, playing this at instant speed when one player is attacking another player, that seems just gross. Blood Artist, Cutthroat. Yeah, that's a way of doing it too, yeah. Solfum's a real player in the house here. Solfum actually plays this game, I can tell. Yeah, this would be just a Blood Artist victory. Is that any... Okay, so what's the difference between this and Wildfire? Wildfire just exiles everything, so no death triggers. Upheaval bounces everything. Cyclonic Rift bounces everything. Yeah, this is the first type of card that kills everything except one card. No, but doesn't it still work? Like, if you Damnation with Blood Artist on the battlefield, it still triggers, doesn't it? It just means you can only play it on your turn, and it can be responded to. Yeah, it can't be responded to. That's exactly right. Artifacts, enchantments. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, so it's not quite Wildfire. So you actually get to keep a lot of stuff. A lot of Planeswalkers that can ping things as well. Damnation doesn't set life totals to 1. That is correct, but I was just wondering if it triggered the... What's it called? Triggered the Blood Artist. Okay, the card works. Can't tell if it's broken, though. Mana cost might be accurate at 8 mana. Maybe it needs to be bumped up. Who knows? Okay, what was your second card? Your second card is Bracken Night Runner. Let's look up the night. Oh no, it's right next to us. Okay, I don't have to look very far. What the hell is going on over here? I see me talking to me. Well, I guess we'll get to that eventually. Okay, we have Bracken Night Runner. Bracken Night Runner is a 3 mana, 1/3 human survivor scout. This looks like a character from a TV show or something. Double strike and parkour. This creature can't be blocked except by creatures with flying. It can even be blocked by that. I like that. I like that flavor. That is awesome flavor right there. Tap. Put a parkour counter on target creature you control without parkour. It gains parkour. Airdrop Run. At the beginning of your second main phase, for each tap survivor you control, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn from among food, clue, treasure, junk, or map. Then create the chosen tokens. I don't know about giving other creatures parkour, but I think the rest of this card is just it's incredibly flavorful. Oh, where's my I want a special sound effect for this. Oh, here we go. Parkour is basically the green ability in cards like Treetop Scout. Suppose, yes, sort of like that. A Dying Light card. I'm not familiar. Dying Light, I guess, is that like a movie? Is it a movie? Is it a TV show? Where's this thing from? I don't even know. It's funny, it has double strike, but I like the flavor of parkour because I've watched a million videos of police chasing people who parkour, and the parkours always run away from the police because they can basically jump up and on top and through buildings, whereas the police, they're sort of locked to the ground. They're not really parkour masters. They can't climb walls. Parkour people, they're like Spider-Man. They're the closest thing that we have to actual Spider-Man in the world. Except they're not flying through. Oh, it's a video game. It's a video game. What, from Sonic CD or something? Oh, the graphics, the image looks weird to me. Dying Light is a game series. How does everyone know these things? I don't. Dying Light is a. I feel like I'm a boomer. I don't know who Dying Light is. I didn't know the Cat Girl anime Neon Dynasty Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's a zombie shooter parkour game. Fascinating. Olga, Spider-Man, my favorite MTG character. Parkour is just flying without being called flying. But apparently, well, you gotta be locked to the ground to some degree. All right, I think the card is good. I think the card is neat. More flavorful than anything, even though I don't even know the real flavor. Raktus is in the house. Nikachu Merfolk Master. Is that me right? Okay. Is this it? This has to be the first card, plus a freebie to somebody. Thank you so much for where'd I go? What the hell is this? Okay, there we go. It went too close. It's not cooperating with me. All right, we have Nikachu Merfolk Master. It's a 2-mana 0/4 that's glitching out on me. Why is it doing this? It's like it's resetting or something. Okay, it's not doing anything. Okay, it's doing. Is it gonna come back? Maybe I should just give it a second. No, it's just sort of not working. We'll do our best. 2-mana 0/4 Human Wizard Defender. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature card was put into your graveyard from anywhere this turn, you may exile that card from your graveyard. If you do, create a 1/1 blue Merfolk creature token. Hold on, I'm just gonna make a picture of this damn thing. I need to read it properly. I can't read it. It's too bad. I like the anime. I love the video effects when people use them. I think that's awesome. Where is Pedgeman today? Is Pedgeman sleeping in or something? Does Pedgeman not realize there was 2 shows today? Okay, we're back. Yeah, Nikachu versus Nikachu. Which Nikachu is gonna win? Nikachu Merfolk Master, 2-mana 0/4 with Defender. Oh my god, I'm pathetic. I can't attack for anything. Well, to be honest, as a streamer, my power is not very strong. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature card was put into your graveyard from anywhere this turn, you may exile that card from your graveyard. If you do, create a 1/1 blue Merfolk creature token and scry 1. So any cards, like any creature card converts into a Merfolk. 3 mana tap. Target player reveals their hand. You may choose a creature card from it. That player discards that card, then draws a card. That's sick. I am the Thoughtseize Merfolk Master. The flesh is bingo. The fleshes have been I don't think we have that bingo here today. I don't think that bingo exists. Oh man, you can't even put this on top. Stupid Windows. You're ridiculous, Mac. My Mac computer. It's being stupid. Yeah, we don't have fleches being reached here because that's it's more of an AI thing than anything else. I have no other commentary on this thing. Thank you so much for the card. I appreciate being turned into a card. I appreciate it even more if I could see the animation. Just glitched out on us. Usually that doesn't happen. You can see we have a very, very nice animation over here. Now win so it can be a real MTG card. Yes. I usually don't exile stuff with a Merfolk deck though. It's okay, it's all good. Thank you so much, Raktus. Trent Sims with the two Kingdom Hearts cards today. Tell me about it. Roxas and Sea Salt Ice Cream. All right, what do we got over here? Roxas. They small. Okay, let's make them bigger. Roxas, the 8th member. It's a 4-mana legendary nobody hero. Apparently, this person is nobody. It's got Devoid. The card has no color. Double Strike. When you cast this spell, you may search your library for a colorless card with mana value 3 or less and add it to your hand, then shuffle. That is strong. So basically, it's basically 4-mana ETB, tutor some awesome card into your hand. Pay 2 life. Until end of turn, you may activate, equip abilities anytime you could cast an instant. Sure. That's fine. You can do that. I would not. I want to say that last ability is an ability that not a lot of people would use. But you know, no, wait a minute. It actually does have a good purpose. Bingo, new creature type. Nobody. You got it. We got a nobody creature type around here. What kind of creature are you? I am nobody. Okay, where's the new creature? New custom keyword. New creature type. I'm just a nobody around here. It's probably for equipping the Keyblades. But even on top of that, one of the biggest downsides to equipment is that you have to basically tap out at sorcery speed, use more of your mana. So now you could like pass the turn. Now you can pass the turn to your opponents, hold up your mana for interaction. Then when it's about to be your turn next, you can pay 2 life and just equip the artifacts to your creatures. And then you didn't waste your mana, you know? You weren't going to use the mana anyway. This creature has no creature type. It's got no color. It's devoid. No color, no creature type. It is a hero, though. We know that. Sigarda's Aid does the same thing. Turn equipments into combat tricks. Yes, but you have to cast the card. So it has to ETB. Where in this case, the cards can be already on the battlefield. Very neat. Very, very, very neat. I think the X in Roxas is pronounced as H. Huh? I thought it's just, well, I'm reading this like a Roman numerals. X is 10, and then 3 is, and then 3. So we have 13, the 13th member. New creature type. Freebie, mercenary. Oh, we're not at freebies yet. When we get to the freebies, we're going to get to freebies. Solfim has dibs on the very first freebie, if Solfim is still around. No, it's as in R. Oh, Re? Roxas the Re member? I don't know. I don't know the lore of this thing. If there's one thing I've learned from all of you, you love adapting other like cartoons, games, movies to Magic the Gathering cards. And I guess I'm like one of the very few people that are willing to read through them. Busted with Skull Clamp decks? Oh, yeah, that's a pretty good point. I think a lot of people with Skull Clamp, though, would want to play it at sorcery speed to, like, draw into lands to make sure they make their land drops. But that is correct that at end of turn, like, if you don't need to play your Skull Clamp or use up your mana on Skull Clamp, you can wait until end of turn. So, you know, this pay to life ability, I thought it was just, like, who would want this card? It's like the ability for having the sake of an ability, but it actually has some really good purpose. Super good purpose. It's from Kingdom Hearts, by the way. Oh, man. Yeah, those are Roman numerals for 13. Am I crazy here? It's Roman numerals. The 13th row has 13th. But anyway, I don't know the character, so like I don't know. There could be some sort of inside joke that I don't know about over here. What else do we have? We have also the sea salt ice cream. Sounds delicious. I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't eat it. I love sea salt. Oh, it was right there. I didn't have to look up anything. What do we got for 1 mana? It's a food. It's an artifact food. That means we better gain 3 life. When this artifact enters, target opponent mills 2 cards. We didn't spell mill correctly here. It's M-I-L-L-S. Do we have a grammar thing? Well, this is technically not a grammar error. It's a spelling error. So I guess you get saved from the grammar bingo spot. Bingo, new creature type for Roxas. Nobody isn't real. Oh, the nobody creature type. But we did new creature type. We already got the new creature type one. That one was done. Insert minor spelling mistake .gif. Yeah, exactly. That might become a bingo slot one day. Pay 2, tap, sack the artifact. Target player gains X life. Oh, we can give the life to somebody for once. Where X equals the number of cards named sea salt ice cream in your in your graveyard. How many sea salts are these? So what, can we have as many sea salts? A deck can have any number of cards named sea salt ice cream. The card is completely 100% legal. I don't know who would want this type of card. Where would this best go? Is there like a way to loop this? You'd probably need infinite mana though. There might be a weird way to loop this card. How do you pronounce? I pronounce it GIF. I'm a GIF person. Some people are I'm not a GIF person. I'm a GIF person. And you know what? When I say GIF, it doesn't feel wrong, but you know what? GIF is my mother tongue, so I'm on team GIF. Doesn't work in the rules. An artifact with the food subtype is required to have 2 tap sack to gain 3 life exactly. Is that right? Is that true? So like if it's an artifact food, it has to gain at least 2 life somewhere, or instead of X life. I mean, that's the easiest thing to fix. If that is actually true, then unfortunately this card gets disqualified. Jif is for peanut butter. Oh, is that the peanut butter brand? I always pronounced it in the way that will annoy the other person. Kana wants to start a fight for the sake of starting a fight. No, it's Jif, you idiot. Find someone who says Jif. It's GIF, you idiot. The G stands for graphics, right? So I use the G sound from graphic. That sounds, you know what? I like. That's a good that's some good logic over there. The real Maxim says, I swear I've seen foods that break that. I also want to say that. Like but I could be wrong. Maybe I'm still confused. Like they have other abilities, but at the end of the day, it still gains 3 life. I can't think of a single, I can't really, like, you know, you put a gun to my head. I can't think of a single food that adds like 1 or 2 life. Makes me think of E for irrelevant. Hey, people crack me up. The Pixel Asylum, better than 90s UK. GIF or oh, I'm reading it as GIF. GIF was used to clean up the stains left from your GIF. Oh God, I thought it was called the loo. I thought it was the loo or the lavatory. I watched a show called The Young Ones growing up, so I learned a bunch of I guess a bunch of UK slang. The telly, the flat. What else? What else did they call things? Your bottom? They didn't call it your butt. They called it your bottom. Hilarious show. At least as like a 9-year-old. Okay, everything pizza in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set breaks the 2 cost since it's 2 to Wooburg and has no. I think he's talking. I think what we're talking about is the food has to have pay 2, tap, sack it, and gain 3 life. Not that I don't think the casting cost could be all different things. The casting cost can be whatever it wants, but at the end of the day, they all have to gain 3 life. Lots of foods can sack for life gain, but mostly all... Wait, is it mostly? Or at least? Okay, yeah, I looked it up, and I am indeed blatantly wrong. All right. Okay, so it was a long discussion. It was a good discussion. You know what? We're not going to blame anybody. That's why we're allowed to talk to each other. We all figure it out. We come to the conclusion that the card is real. It's all fine. It's sea salt ice cream. Sea salt ice cream, guess what? You get to be legal. You actually work. Okay, next up. Let's take a look at... Four Paths to Life has some random lands to show us today. What planet is this? This reminds me of a movie called Biodome. We did talk about the rule. Well, we also talked about the rules many times. It's already labeled. There's a point where we're talking about the rules every 3 cards. Dr. Wu! Berg's Test Site. This is a land. Tap, sacrifice a differently named land. Search your library for a land with a basic land type not matching those from the sacrificed land. Put that land onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Basic land type cycling 1. Why did we complicate basic land cycling? Pay 1, pay 1, discard this card, search your library for a Plains, Island, Swamp, Mountain, or Forest card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Why is it just called basic land cycling? Oh, I see. No, okay, because then we have to find a basic land. You're allowing us to go find, like, triomes and dual lands and stuff like that. That's weird. And then also we have tap, add a colorless. If you control 5 different basic land types, add Wooburg. If you control 5 different basic land types, it's broken. It's absolutely broken. This is completely busted. This is busted in a million ways. We just go turn 1 Triome, turn 2 Dual Land, and then what? Turn 3 Dr. Wu, and we have effectively 7 mana by turn 3 for like any deck. Not to mention, you could also start off with Leyline of the Guild Pact. Just put this thing in play. It is all basic land types. You can immediately play a 5-drop on turn 1. Dr. Wu... Oh, it's Dr. Wooburg. Look at that. There's a little bit of a joke in there. Yeah, this card's broken as hell. Yeah, 1 + 1 = 7. Finally, now everyone can have access to Tron if you're a 5-color deck. Yeah, Wooburg Tron. It helps get the triomes and duels that turn this on. Even if it was legendary, it would be amazing because of that. It's not even legendary. You can have several of these cards in play. What the hell? It's completely insane. It's not, yeah, so we can have multiples on the battlefield at once. It's broken. It's not even close. Easy 7 mana by turn 3. Easily. Yeah, I like it. It should have been called Dr. Wooburg Tron Test Site. It's a fascinating idea. I don't know how to, it should be like, okay, the way to make this fairer, I don't even know if it's going to become fair. It'd be like, tap, if you control 5 different basic lands, add Wooburg, I guess. That's probably fine, actually. That might be fine. If you go like, turn 1 Plains, turn 2 Island, turn 3 Swamp, but not the types. That's too easy to enable with the dual lands and triomes these days. Or even go triome into triome. The game is beyond repair. I know. This is definitely a 2036 level Modern Horizons card. If you control 5 different basic land types that don't share a land type, I would just say no. You just need to have the basic lands. It should not look for type. It should look for just, do you have the basic lands in play? But you could probably do that as well. That probably would work as well. I mean, anyway, easy disqualification. Too busted. Too broken. They're gonna arrest you for that one. Okay, we have another one. We got polling station. Is this a polling station? It looks like a theater. It is an artifact. It's a fortification artifact land. We're bringing the fortifications back. Fortified land gains whenever 1 or more Oh, hold on. There was someone mentioned there was a wordy card. This last card. Yeah, I agree. That was the last card was a wordy card. Missed that. Okay, fortification. Fortified lands gain whenever one or more players vote, you gain 1 life. Oh, that's fine. While fortified, whenever you vote for a choice, your vote counts as 2 votes for that choice. Yes, democracy for me, but not for thee. Tap, add a colorless. If you voted since your last upkeep, add 1 mana of any color instead. You can fortify for paying 2 and tapping it. So if it was like an equipment for lands, if I remember that correctly. So you can fortify this on something. I love how Jess pays very close attention to real life stuff. Shaves for us every day and risks cutting himself for us to look at him. I just like shave the moment I have like any stubble. Like you can see like a little bit right going on over here. I'm gonna shave tonight. Yeah, it's rigged. The voting is rigged. It looks like it's openly rigged. Like this guy is just saying, okay, I got 2 votes. That's just how it works around here. It's a land that is also fortification. Yeah, it's almost like bestow. It's a creature that can enchant. It's an enchantment creature that can enchant on enchantment creatures. Fortification card was not a land itself like this card. Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, we've got... There's a lot of precedence of, like, combining creatures with equipment and stuff like that. Real voting cards use while voting, you may vote an additional time. Oh, yeah, okay. So maybe the wording can be a little cleaned up, but it's not impossible. Okay, this card, that one's legal. It should be... Oh, I mean, technically illegal in the world of voting. But quite fair and legal in the rules of Magic the Gathering. Unlike the Dr. Wooberg. Dr. Wooberg, of all things. Nova the Space Wolf! What do you got for us today? Back in August, I donoed the first version of this. Since then, I started actually playing MTG now. And I've rewritten Zillion. All right, let's look at Zillion. Yeah, I found it hilarious. You were... donating cards without actually playing the game. You're not the first and only person to do that on a regular basis. Okay, the Chronomancer. Let's take a look at your cleaned up version of this card. Let's take a look. Can we zoom in? Is that not going to be impossible? Yeah, we can... Not really. Okay, hold on. So let me try to... Because this is an ultra wordy card. Unfortunately, we already got wordy card nailed on the bingo card. Can't do it twice. Zillion, a 2-mana 1/2 human wizard. When Zillion enters, create 4 token artifacts called a time bomb. With when time bomb enters, roll a d4. When time bomb has vanishing X. Vanishing X, where X is equal to the result of the d4. And when time bomb is sacrificed with no time counters, Time Bomb deals 1 damage to each opponent and each creature and planeswalker they control. When Zillion enters, predict, which is look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one on top of your library and the rest on the bottom in a random order. Whenever a Time Bomb is sacrificed with no time counters, put a Chrono counter on Zillion. At the end of any phase on your turn, if Zillion has 2 or more Chrono counters, remove all Chrono counters from Zillion, then transform him. Also has partner, which gets a little cut off because there's so many words on this card. But as partner, okay, what is the partner here? The partner is Zillion, the Chrono Keeper. Let's take a look at Zillion, the Chrono Keeper. Here in all his glory, it is Zillion. A legendary human wizard. A 2/5 creature. When Zillion transforms, create 4 token artifacts called Time Bomb with when Time Bomb enters, roll a d4. Time Bomb has vanishing X, where X is equal to the result of the d4. And when Time Bomb is sacrificed with no time counters, Time Bomb deals 1 damage to each opponent and each creature and planeswalker they control. But that's not all, chat. That's not all. Wait, I got more. At the start of your upkeep, you may exile up to 3 cards from your graveyard. Copy each card exiled this way until the start of your next upkeep. You may cast these copies. I gotta ask, like, what did you change? Bingo, we did this already in honor of already having a wordy bingo. 1994-95 storybook. Is this in reference to something? Gillum says the show is still going on. Do I still have time to get my card into the show? Oh, absolutely, you have time. Come on, this show usually goes for like 2 to 3 hours, and by looks of the super chats, we're going into the 3-hour mark today. I'm gonna need to have to refill my tea that I have over here. I am so curious what is different between this card now and before. Did you like, maybe it got cleaned up to be more of a Magic the Gathering card? Because I remember it was outrageously wordy in the past, and it's outrageously wordy now. All right, I'm going to have to give it a I'm going to give it a neutral. I can't tell if this is broken or not. It might be broken, it might not be. I mean, the casting cost it's sort of okay. Or sorry, it's not okay. It's 2 mana for this thing. This is wild. All right, thank you very much for the cards, though. Thank you very much. Okay, next up, we've got where's our next yellow? We've got Steve Cooper over here. Some cards and also some donos. Orbs of Pondering. Thank you very much, Nova, for your cards. Okay, Orbs of Pondering. I don't know what the SC means. I know the version 1 means. And dono for chat ×2. All right, we'll dono 2 to chat. Okay, for the Orbs of Pondering. For triple blue, and I feel like we have the mana cost in the art, in a way. Oh, Nova said something. Before the card didn't explain what a time bomb was. Well, you know what? In some ways, you don't need to, especially in actual Magic the Gathering cards, do I have the cards still up? I do. In actual Magic the Gathering cards, if it's going to be a really wordy card, they don't explain the mechanics because they don't have space. There's no space to explain any mechanics. You just sort of have to know them. Like haste and vigilance, they don't explain those things. But even the more complicated mechanics, they don't explain. Just letting you know. Okay, Orbs of Pondering, a triple blue artifact. This is an artifact? Tap, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put them back in any order. You may shuffle, draw a card. 3 mana to draw 2 cards every single turn. I want to say it's broken, but maybe not. 3 mana. Okay, no, I'm inclined to believe that this probably is broken. I bet in a control deck, if the board is empty, this card would just run away with the game. It's looking so deep quickly. Like it also costs nothing. I mean, it costs 3 mana up front, but then I see you're pondering the orbs. The same 3 orbs over and over again. Yeah, it's a big ponder on a stick. It's called Orbs of Pondering for a reason. Yeah, instant include in my Yenet deck. Super good top deck manipulation. It's basically, I mean, I don't want to say it's an auto include in any control deck. Like most control decks, I think would play something like this. Maybe fair. It was just draw a card without looking. No, it's basically, no, you do look at. If it's 3 mana, draw a card every turn, I think that's pretty strong. Like, can anyone name me a single card out there that's like 3 mana, draw a card every turn? This one's worse because you do get a shuffle effect and you look 3 cards deep, so you're not even drawing like a random card. Oh my god, Pedgeman has arrived. To be honest, I would ban it just because it makes people take too long to remember. Oh, well, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh level card. Phyrexian Arena does not draw on command. This draws on command. It taps and draws. You draw the card immediately. Phyrexian Arena doesn't let you draw the card immediately. Plenty of room to play around it. And also you lose life for it. The only problem with this card is the mana cost. It could be true. I mean, maybe you have to bump up the mana cost of this card. I'm inclined... Okay, I mean, logically the card works. I'm inclined to think that this is a bit strong. The only thing that makes me think maybe it's not too strong is Magic doesn't give you a lot of opportunity to tap out for 3 mana and like not put a board presence on the battlefield. this is a little bit it could be a little bit risky, or it could just help you find solitude. It could help you find cards that would defend you for free. So I think at 4 mana, this probably is fine. At 3 mana, it could be maybe, yeah, it might be slightly undercosted. 3 blue is hard to catch. Oh, we're gonna make it work, Olga. We're gonna make it work. Ho ho ho! For a perpetual ponder every turn, we are gonna make that card work. You know what? Ponder is banned in Modern because it costs 1 mana. This is not exactly a 1 mana ponder, but this is like, it's a free ponder beyond the first. Doesn't win turn 1, unplayable in Legacy. Yeah, this probably would be unplayable in Legacy. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. Only time would tell. We are at a point in Magic the Gathering where if you're dirtling around too much, you'll lose the game instead of winning the game. Next up, we're gonna look at Some Guy. Thank you so much. Wow, Some Guy, you submitted that super chat like a million years ago. We're finally got there. Angela, Library Director. And Roland Angel, where's your old Roland? Oh, you have them back to back. That's great. Custom cards I've shown elsewhere and updated. Thanks so much, Some Guy. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's take a look at Angela, Library Director. Somebody has to be the director of that library. It's complicated. I always wonder, how do libraries fix when you just take a random book out of a random shelf and then shove it into another random shelf? In my mind, that book is gone forever. No one will find that thing ever again. Anyone in the chat have experience at a library that knows how that works? But I'll tell you what, Angela knows how that works. Angela knows where every one of those books are supposed to be. She'll just be walking down the aisle and realize, hey, that's not supposed to be there. Okay, for 4 mana, we have a 0/5 robot. Partner with Roland, Angela's servant. Whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls is destroyed by damage during your turn, shouldn't it just be called, like, just died? You may have target creature you control become a copy of that creature card. Oh my god, we're absorbing its abilities. It becomes a shapeshifter in addition to its other types. Do this only once each turn. I do believe that is going to be fine. Books have index/classification. Yeah, well, how often are they looking through the bookshelf to realize everything's indexed correctly? Like, you know, someone will tell you, okay, you can find this book on level 3, aisle 12, shelf 3 on stack 4. And then you go there and it's not there. And like, well, then what do you do? Because I put it on the shelf, like, right behind. They're not going to look through every single, they're not going to go through every single book stack, right? Blue says, okay, well, we got some expertise in the house. I used to work at a library and would have to check the shelves for misplaced books. There we go. Now I'm just thinking of a university with an infinite number of shelves. That sounds so awful. But you know what? There's a job for everybody around here. People who troll the library give you a job. Hilarious. You're pretty much right. I won't get found until an audit happens or a librarian is particularly autistic. Project Moon spotted. So you're bolting your own stuff? I don't know. Whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls is destroyed by damage during your turn. Now, I sort of looked at it as like in combat. So if a creature dies in combat, then you get the triggered abilities. I think that's how I look at it. Idea is you kill other people's stuff to kind of steal it. Usually, the word destroy is reserved for cards that just destroy the card. Would it be fine if it just dies? Because if it's destroyed or dies by damage, that also works. Unless you were specifically trying to do it there's other ways of wording it. You can say, whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls is an opponent controls dies by non-combat damage during your turn, you may have target creature you control become a creature of that card. But whatever. I mean, I got the idea. I don't know if it's worded the best, but I got the idea. Angela works. Okay, then we go to Roland. Roland is the partner. Roland's looking at this book and says, I don't know if it's supposed to be indexed to that shelf. I don't think so. I've been down this bookshelf before. There's a 4-mana 3/3 human employee. We basically have the card version of Blue Sapphire over here. Blue Sapphire also used to work at a library. For 4 mana, 3/3 human employee, partner with Angela, library director, has haste. Whenever Roland attacks, put your choice of a counter from Vigilance, First Strike, Trample, or a +1/+1 counter on Roland or target shapeshifters. We can buff up the shapeshifters that Angela creates. We have Angela over here in the background. Is this from like an anime or a game or something? My name is Angela, the director and head librarian of this library. Employee being a real creature type makes me giggle. Yeah, we've had that came from the unset, right? The one with the what's it called? There was the employees because it was with the stickers. Can't remember. Human employees, Walmart. Well, yeah, the Walmart Kindred when. Amazon Kindred. Amazon employee, Walmart employee, a bunch of employees from different corporations. When a creature dies, if a source you control dealt damage to it this turn, yeah, that could work as well. I know it's from one of the Project Moon video games, but don't know which. Yeah, I'm not with it. I'm not a weeb. I'm not weeb enough for all of you. Costco employee, that's right. You could have Costco employee. Flavor text, welcome to Costco, I love you. A Costco employee complimented me on my pea coat. I was very, very happy about that. They're very nice. Oh, here we go. Pedgeman is weeb enough. You're the weeb master, Pedgeman. It's from a game called Library of Ruina. Pedgeman, like librarian of all anime and anime games. Tim Hortons employee, that's right. They're gonna make that. Wizards are gonna make something like that one day. It's just employees all over the place. All right, I think this is fine. Destroying there's some mechanics out there between like killing creatures and absorbing their abilities, like Evil Twin. So I don't see this as being that different. It's just that it turns a lot of your creatures into like the Evil Twin. And I guess although I thought there was going to be like a little bit more to it with Roland. Roland is a little bit more of an honest card, buffing itself or buffing the shapeshifters that you create. We got Janelle saying, my local Costco employees always say, go Dodgers when I wear my gear. Oh, you're a Dodgers fan, huh? Go Dodgers. Got to represent those Dodgers at Costco. Buying that hot dog for $1.50. Okay, thank you so much for the cards. Next up, we've got... Who do we got next? We've got the Pixel Asylum, of all people. Why can't I find a playgroup? The card. Anything but a serious card. Dono to chat, and thanks for a great show. I needed the positive uplift. All right, always. We have a lot of donos today. What are we up to? Like 10 donos? Everyone's donating today. Why can't I find a playgroup? It's cheap. It's 0 mana. It's legendary enchantment. A deck can have any number of cards named Why Can't I Find a Playgroup. All spells... Oh my god! All spells cost 10 more to cast. That's why you can't find a playgroup. You're the taxing player. This is like... Was it Ristic Studies plus... It's like Ristic Study plus... What else combined? Thalia, Saint Augustine, whatever the hell the card is. Yeah, absolute Azorius win. Should be an Azorius card, even though it costs 0 mana. Incidentals bingo, more than 5 words in the title. Oh, that's right! What is it, 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what's 6? More than 5 cards in the title. People, if you want those bingos, 5+ words in name. Gotta mention them bingos. Just play Oops All Lands deck. Yeah, that'll show them. Look, like the metagame is all spells cost 10 more to cast, including you. How would that work, actually? I imagine all you have to do is play like Ragavan. You just have to play a random creature turn 1, like a Ragavan, and then just play this Why Can't I Find a Playgroup, and then try to win the game. But then, yeah, the player playing lands might end up winning anyhow. Oops, all Earthbent lands. I still feel this would not slow down commander games that much. Well, how do you beat this thing? All spells cost 10 more. Is there anything that would sneak into play? I guess some creature lands. So like it becomes like a battle of creature lands, or until people get to like 10 mana. But all the mana. But the way people like build decks in Commander, how do I put it? The way people build decks in Commander, they may not even get to 10 lands. They're so greedy, and they can't play their ramp. That random enchantment that makes a token every turn. Oh yeah, Bitter Blossom. That would work. You got to get Bitter Blossom out first. Yeah, I guess the key is set something up that will make a creature every turn, and then play this card, and hopefully they all resign. I'd say Boseiju, but they can just play another one. Yeah, that's true. So you can still play activated abilities of some cards. Oh, this is enchantment. I didn't even realize that. You know, for some reason it felt like a sorcery. It is legendary. Well, it better be legendary. Well, you want this thing to stack? That's insane. You can have as many as you want, but can only play one due to the legend rule. Yeah, you can. Yeah, no. Yeah, so you can just. You can Boseiju this. You can Boseiju. Okay, the answer is Boseiju. We got Otawara. Well, I don't know. If you Otawara it back to somebody's hand, you better be prepared for them to replay it. Okay, anyway, yeah, of course, this is broken. Completely, utterly, insanely broken. Okay, I believe there is something that looks like $5, but it's not actually $5, or was it? Where am I here? We have a bunch of $5 super chats. Okay, I guess we have finally made it to the $5 super chats. Thank God. Bacon Catbug, you're back. Eternal Fragment. The Eternal Fragment is a 3-mana artifact. As this artifact enters, note each color of mana used to cast this artifact. So it's Sunburst? Sunburst, perhaps? Tap, add 1 mana of any of the noted colors. It's also got Exhaust. Tap, add 1 mana of each of the noted colors. I think it's... Can you just use Sunburst for this type of thing? He types it right, but says it wrong. What, Eternal Fragment? I don't get it. Oh, Eternity Fragments. You know, I've been doing this show for 5 years. I just think I have some sort of dyslexia, that's all. It's revealed my dyslexia. I also notice when I do gameplay videos, when I watch it back, I say the wrong thing very often when I know I was supposed to say something else. But I hope through context people just figure out what I actually meant to say. But in my mind, I think I'm saying it right. Anyway, yes, this is the Eternity Fragment for 3 mana. But why can't we just use Sunburst? And then so tap, add 1 mana of any of the Sunburst colors, and then exhaust. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe Sunburst doesn't work for this, because maybe Sunburst doesn't remember the colors added. This looks fine. This looks like it works. Blue players love that card. Do they? Why? Add 1 mana of each of the noted colors. Turns into like sort of a Lotus. Isn't this free? Actually, hold on, whoa, wait a minute. Isn't this just free? So you play this, hear me out. You play this for 3 mana, and then you just immediately add, oh no, it's Exhaust. You get only that once. It's not Exert. I was mixing them up. I thought you could just Exhaust immediately and then wait 2 turns and get Exhaust again, but no, it's Exhaust. You get 1 shot at this and never again. Exert is when you take a timeout. Solfum says, I feel like I have dyslexia with my left and right and have a habit of saying the opposite of what I meant to say. You know what, Solfum? You would make an excellent exercise instructor. I exercise every day, and I always wonder how, because they always say lift your right arm while they're actually lifting their left arm. But to you, it feels like it's right because you want to mirror what they do. All right, everyone, lift your right arm, put your right arm above your shoulder, put your left foot in front when they're really moving their right. So there's a job for you. Although you have to make sure that they're mismatched 100% of the time. Otherwise, you're going to confuse everybody. Easy way to remember left and right is hold up your forefinger and thumb. Well, for me, I don't have this problem. But sounds like the damn draws can resonate. I designed it to be bad with Tron. That's a very strange thing to do. Anyway, I think it works. It's doable. It's a doable card. Thanks for the card. Bacon Cat Bug. Next up, that's a dono. We have the damn draws with Tumbled and Buried. This feels like Time Warp in the desert or something. It's the desert Time Warp. 3 mana, instant. Choose one. Turn all attacking creatures target player controls face down. Ooh, that's not even until end of turn. That's permanent. Destroy all face down non-land permanents target player controls. You can entwine it for 5 mana. So for 5 mana, it's a one-sided board wipe. Is that fair? Turn all attacking creatures target. Oh, it has to be attacking creatures. So it's like oh yeah, this is totally fine. It's like what's it called? Settle the Wreckage. Very similar vibes to Settle the Wreckage. It's only attacking creatures that get affected. Quaking Mirror Face would play. Yeah, it's definitely it's similar to Settle the Wreckage, although Settle the Wreckage costs less mana. This could still screw someone over. You just they attack you, you turn all their creatures into 2/2s, and then you just block them to death. Let me get a second. I gotta refresh. Gotta refill my drink here. I'll be right back. I've been extra thirsty today. Sometimes I can just sip on my coffee or tea for 3 hours straight. It did not happen today, that's for sure. By default, face down creatures become 2/2s. That is correct. We've had this discussion before. All right, this card's doable. I have to admit also, it's so simple in its design that it looks very much like a real Magic the Gathering card. Indistinguishable from regular Magic the Gathering cards. Debt Collector. Unsummoned Wizard. I am not going to read how many R's there are. Unsummoned. Hope it just shows up off of just reading up unsummoned. An AI stream in the morning, when a custom in the afternoon. Glad to see both. Thanks for joining both of them. Let's get... Okay, for 1 mana, we have a 1/2 human wizard. Whenever an instant or sorcery spell resolves, return unsummoned wizard to its owner's hand. Unsummoned. Oh, I get it. It keeps getting unsummoned back to hand. It's almost like what's it called? What is that? What is that red creature? You play a spell, it gets exiled, then comes back. But it's way worse. It's infinitely worse because you have to keep spending mana on this damn thing. And when it resolves, there is some use to this card though. ETBs, all right. So if you need to trigger ETBs with a random creature, unsummoned wizard will do that. We broke. I don't know if this is a good storm card. I mean, yeah, I guess you could use this in Storm if you have enough red mana. If you have infinite mana, you just keep playing Unsummoned Wizard. Play a Ritual. Bring back Unsummoned Wizard. Replay it. Yeah, I was thinking about Norin the Wary. They're probably cousins. They probably know each other. You know, there's somewhere in the bloodline or something. This one's a human wizard. I know the other one's like, what is it, like a goblin or something? What are you, Norin? Norin the Wary. I can't remember Norin's creature type. Oh, it's a human, actually. He looks like... Norin the Wary looks like a goblin to me. I had no idea this guy was a human. So here's Norin the Wary. Funny enough. I don't know. The name Norin the whole thing looks like a goblin. He looks like a goblin. I mean, that happens when you grab the One Ring and then you're in exile in a cave with no sunlight for like 100 years or even a century. Or sorry, a century and 100 is the same. For 500 years. I can't remember how long Golem was alone with the ring, but basically turned into another creature beyond. Sort of looked like a goblin. New York City Street Post is very far, so you get one-shot Black Lotus effect stapled onto a Mox? Well, yeah, but that Mox costs 3 mana. Not much of a warrior for being so cowardly all the time, but he incidentally causes ETB war crimes. That is correct. It's the same thing with this card. Okay, it's a doable card as well. For the ETB fiends out there. Next, we got Blank Page with Dark Wraith Kirk. Thank you very much for your super chat. The Knight of Thorns. All right, we got Dark Wraith Kirk, Knight of Thorns. It's a very, you know what? This card looks like it's going to cut me if I touch it the wrong way, if I'm not careful. Quadruple black for a 4/4 human knight. It's got first strike and Thorns 2. Whenever a creature blocks or becomes blocked by this creature, that creature's controller loses 2 life. Why not? For creatures you control with Defender, also have Thorns 2. We're buffing up walls all of a sudden. And for 4 mana, tap, put a Thorn counter on target creature. Each creature with a Thorn counter on it has Thorns 1. I mean, first off, this is perfectly doable. It would... You know what it reminds me of, actually? Was it Afflict? It's basically Afflict, right? Or something very similar. But I think Afflict only worked when you were... How did Afflict work? How did that mechanic? Thorns is just better. Afflict... yeah, I think it's slightly better. I can't remember how Afflict exactly... Afflict is only when blocked. Yeah, so it's like, if you're the attacker, your blocks suck. And in this case... Even when you block, you deal damage. Yeah, so it's a power creep version of Afflict. And Afflict, by the way, was very good in draft. It was a very strong draft mechanic, but didn't go very far beyond that. This could be a lot better. New York City Street Poet, when you get to the future, you'll realize that you're like an hour off from us, or at least 30 minutes. You don't even sacrifice it, so you can bounce it. I would have added the text to guarantee the exhaustibility is only used once. New York City Street Poet is really going up in arms over that like mock sunburst artifact. Sure for ourselves, this is basically the equivalent of when they made Discover to replace Cascade, except for Afflict. No, I think Cascade is still better than Discover, but it's basically the same thing. They've made a lot of mechanics that are like, it's basically the same thing, but it's a little bit better or a little bit worse. I think my comment's a bit outdated, trying to make Eternity Fragment fair. Okay, if Eternity Fragment is flickered, it won't add mana. Okay, my stream doesn't want to update. Says it started less than a minute ago. No, it started literally almost 2 hours ago. Okay, Dark Wraith Kirk. This definitely works. It definitely works. Okay, next up, we've got we got Rose Kitty Uwu, Gelvin Exalt Artificer. Exalt Artificer. At work, we'll watch later. You will. I feel so bad for people like you at work. You have to like dig through a 2-hour stream to find your card. I hope it's easy to scrub through to find the thing that you really want. Okay, we have Gelvin Exalt Artificer. This is a 6 mana 3/5 human artificer noble. Protection from robots and constructs. For 1 mana, tap. Each opponent creates a 3/3 colorless construct artifact creature token. You draw 2 cards and gain 3 life. For 4 mana, tap. Each opponent draws a card and gains 1 life. You create X plus 1. 3/3 colorless construct artifact creature tokens. X is equal to the number of constructs and robots your opponents control. What the hell? This is anti-construct and anti-robot. This is like anti-Urza or something. Each opponent... Oh, sorry. No, but we are giving... No, sorry. But we're also giving them the colorless construct artifact token. We draw 2 cards and gain 3 life. So the idea is we give them artifact. We get a lot of cards. 2 cards and 3 life. Not broken for a like commander-ish card though. And then for 4 mana, each opponent draws a card and gains 1 life, and we get the constructs. It's basically you get something on your side, I get something on my side. But I believe that we get more than our opponents do, because they only get a 3/3, and we always draw 2, and they always draw 1, and we get like a 3/3 equal to the number of 3/3s that they have. It's pretty cool, actually. I think this is, yeah, it's a sort of a frenzy card. It's always fun when you're like giving the opponent stuff. You have the option to like sort of buff up your opponent's team. I like the card a lot considering we always give our opponent something to do. You think it needs to be 6 mana? I think it could be, maybe it could go down to 5. How expensive is what's his name? The Arcanus the Omnipotent draws 3 cards. Like, I'm just concerned how broken, how cheap can you make draw 2 and gain 3 life? Now, I do understand you still give somebody a 3/3. Like, maybe at 5 mana this is still fair? Maybe at 4 mana it's still fair? Maybe. Maybe it still works like that. Yeah, this looks like a really fun card. It's in the fun zone. It's the fun zone card. Yeah, Arcanus is 6 mana and straight up just draws 3 cards. Bingo. Is there a grammar problem? Each opponent creates a 3/3 colorless construct artifact creature token. You draw 2 cards and gain 3 life. Each opponent draws a card and gains 1 life. You create X plus 1 3/3 colorless construct artifact creature tokens. X is equal to the number of constructs and robots your opponents control. I don't get it. It should say 2 cards, not 2 cards. Oh, is that right? I never paid attention. I never figured it out. Technically would be Exultant Artificer, maybe, perhaps. Okay, I'll trust you on the 2. I always thought it was in the number though. Okay, we got learn grammar. Really? I just never paid attention to that. I never caught that. These are things only custom Magic the Gathering card makers spot from a mile away. I mean, if you put a gun to my head and say, find what's wrong with this card, I won't be able to do it. I won't be able to do it. So from bingo, 2 hours. It is 2 hours long now. We got our 2 hour long stream. Oops, this was here. Yeah, I believe this bingo card was made by Steve Cooper. Steve Cooper puts the uncard square in the corner. I feel like an uncard is very difficult to come by. Very, very, very difficult to come by. Or would any of those first cards... Hold on. Let's see. Would any of the first cards at the beginning of today's show count? We have iCast. That is not an uncard. WinRAR at the beginning of each player's... No, it's not really an uncard level. It's like playing a sub-game on Under the Table is more like an uncard. Use the numbers for values, words for the card amounts. Great stuff. No, the tough spots, honestly, are usually put one away from the corner, like Flavor Win, 2 hour stream, Nikachu misinterprets card. Usually, that's where the tough ones are. Originally, I had the uncard space 1 left, but Nikachu suggested me in the corner for the... Did I? Am I changed? I mean, you know what? It would have been saved in the what's it called? It would have been saved in the Discord. Maybe I'm making things up now. Or maybe I thought uncard was easier. I don't remember now. Now I'm just talking crap. Nikachu misinterprets a card isn't a hard spot to land. No, it's not. I'm just saying, like, The corner, if the corners are hard, then it like locks out tons of bingos. It can't, like, it's hard to get a diagonal. It's hard to get like one above. It's hard to get one down. Whereas if they're on like the one off the corner, it makes a little bit more sense. New bingo space. Nikachu makes things up. That could be a, yeah, that could, but you would be, it's hard to prove. Especially since I'm the one in control of the bingo card, people. I'm in complete control. Gelvin is sweet. Someone on the show is going to print that card and play it in their own commander game. Okay, Surefire sells the Optimistic Confidant. What is it? It goes down the Confidant series. Optimistic. We had a light Confidant last week. Now we have Optimistic Confidant. That does not look like Bobby. That's all I'm going to say right now. It doesn't look like Bobby. It doesn't look like Dark Confidant at all. New custom keyword for thorns. Is that here? New custom key. New. Oh yeah. Okay. Thorns. Let's thorns it up. Oops. Okay, back to Optimistic Confidant. 4 mana for a 4/4 Eldrazi wizard. It's got Devoid. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this creature. That sounds terrible. Why am I sacking my creature? When you do, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. It becomes a 4/4 colorless Eldrazi wizard with haste, in addition to its other types, and gains this ability. Oh, interesting. Oh, that is very interesting. So basically, we can keep sacrificing this card to get another card that is exactly this card, and it's basically changing the ability. Like, we keep absorbing the ability of the next card, even though it becomes a 4/4. That sounds very nasty with Eldrazi's. That's actually, it sounds almost broken. So you have four Optimistic Confidants in your deck, and I don't know, like all the big Eldrazi's, and just, like, statistically luck your way into one of them, attack, get Annihilator 5 or something. I'm shocked Nikachu hasn't misinterpreted a card yet. I know. I'm sharp today. I got some practice streaming this morning. Now I have 8 glaring Flesh Rakers. It's possible. I can't beat 2. If my opponent, like, 1 is already hard. If my opponent has 2 glaring Flesh Rakers, I just die. That's it. I'm dead. I usually just concede on the spot when I see 2 of them. New York City Street Pod. Are there any links to custom card websites here? I always get ideas watching these. There are. Yes, there's the custom-magic on Reddit. It's literally called r-custom-magic. That's the default place where people share cards. Is there like a Discord for custom cards outside of mine? There's got to be something out there. I'm not familiar. Solfman says, too easy to build around this guy. At least you have to wait. Yes, you do have to wait till next turn. Thank God. All right, I'll put this in the doable pile. I wouldn't want to play against it. I'll put it in the doable pile. I see your second super chat, Surefire, but I will loop around back to you after getting to everybody else. Gillum, what do you got for us, Gillum, today? You've got Dream Walking posted on the Discord at 7:37. Don't know if it'll help you find it. What? It should be fine. Dream Walking. Also, your time is not my time zone. Never submitted a card on the Discord before. Really? Congratulations! You did it. You did it perfectly, Gillum. Welcome to the custom card family. They love making custom cards. Dreamwalking. Sounds scary. It's a 2-mana instant. Look at the top card of each player's library. You may put those cards on the bottom of their owner's library and draw a card. I actually like this card. This is actually, I think this is pretty cool. This is like weird deck manipulation and insight. And it's like a way of cycling the card. Look at the top card of each, including yourself. So it's basically scry everybody and draw a card. I think this could see some competitive play. I definitely think it would see standard play. Kinda heist in blue. Yeah, something like, sort of like that. This is Fate Seal with extra steps of danger. Oh, I guess, oh, you're talking about making the cards. Making the cards, yeah. MTG card builder, I guess, is a thing. I think the Discord also. Actually, I don't know. Let someone afterwards let me know where are the best places to get to make Magic cards. Maybe I should fix up my. There's like a pinned tweet about it. The one friend that gets mana screwed flooded so you can help make worse. That's right. Look, getting flooded and screwed is a part of the game. You have to enjoy every aspect of the game, especially when you're not playing the game at all because of that. Most people use MSE. I have no idea what these are. Magic set editor. Whatever ones make the card big, it's good. What was this made with? MTG Cardsmith. I'm satisfied with it. All right, this is a cool card. Yeah, I can see this card existing as well. Boneless Faceplant. This goes in the category of, this actually looks like a real card. Looks like a real regular card. It's hard to tell, when people make the more wordy cards, it's hard to tell if that's something that they would print. But, like, Magic the Gathering is getting more wordy anyway, so they do look like more normal cards. Like, this looks like on the, like, everyone's making rares and mythics. This is in, like, the common, uncommon territory. Or at least in this case, uncommon. Next up, we got Blank Page. What do you got for us, Blank Page? Fool's Gold Dragon. What is it, like make a bunch of treasures that don't add mana? Fool's Gold Dragon. Okay, this is interesting. I'm all ears. My second card of the stream. Yep. Okay, this is a 5 mana, 4/4 Elder Dragon. It's got flying and toxic too. When Fool's Gold Dragon enters the battlefield, each player gets a treasure token, but it's real treasure. Isn't it real treasure? Whenever a treasure is tapped, sacrificed, or destroyed, the controller gets 1 toxic counter. Well, it just sounds like it has radiation. It's not actual Fool's Gold. I feel like this is a flavor fail. Oh, we're not done yet. We're not even close. Hold on, I gotta get some other music here. The show is just gonna... It's gonna go. Let's just say that. It's gonna go for a while. What else can we add here to the slate? Oh, we can use this song. The song looks good. What other songs we got here that we can use? I'll use this one too. Not a big deal, but generic mana is on the wrong side in the cost. Oh, that's true. They put it on the left. Okay, hold on. Whenever Fool's Gold Dragon deals combat damage to a player, each player gets a treasure token. So the deal is, I don't look at it as Fool's Gold. It looks like real gold, but it's got radiation. It's more like radioactive gold. It could be called the Radioactive Gold Dragon. This dragon is impervious to radiation because of the metal scales, but not everything else. Also, it looks like radiation. The whole thing is radiating radiation. Goldfinger, I guess. Anyway, the card works. They'll get fooled. They'll think it's regular gold when really they get radiation poisoning at the end of the day. What else to say about this card? The card is actually expensive. Sorry, I mean, it's not expensive. It's like incredibly castable at 5 mana. But I guess the dragons are like that these days. But how many dragons are like that with toxic too? They get toxic counters and not poison counters. Get 1 toxic counter. Oh, toxic counters don't exist? You can combo this with opposition. Whenever a treasure is tapped, yep, that's right. Opposition works with this card. Force them to tap their gold. Yeah, real gold from Chernobyl. Exactly. It's the Chernobyl gold. It's a Ukrainian dragon. True toxic gives poison. Okay, so little typo here. So it should be the mana cost should be on the left, and also the toxic should be poison, because that's how toxic works. Bingo, card doesn't work. Toxic counters need rules text. Well, unless toxic is different. Yeah, we don't know what that difference is. I think we all know what it does. It's gonna give poison. That's the idea. I think we all know what this card is about to do. Moving on, we got Spectral Maniac. Is a maniac. Canada? If I'm pronouncing that right. It's like Canada? Are you making fun of my country? Okay, hold on. You got one of the main characters from Angel Beats, a classic anime. She has other abilities not in the card, but it would be too much. That's right, I know. So many characters from so many games and movies have millions of abilities, but you gotta stick to one of them. Kanade. Oh, it's Japanese. Kanade. Inept Angel. Well, that doesn't sound good. 3 mana for a 1/3. Human Advisor. Why would I want to take advice from an inept angel? She's got guard skill, though. Guard skill, Hand Sonic of all things. There's a lot of different guard skills out there. For a white, Kanade, Inept Angel, gains +1/+1 and double strike until end of turn. Guard Skill, Harmonics. For 2 mana, create a token that's a copy of Kanade, Inept Angel, except it's not legendary. Gains haste, exile at the beginning of the next end step. Why are we always losing our cards at end of turn? Yeah, Canada, Failure Angel. That sounds funny. It's a Canada card, I'm telling you, it's Canada. Just pronounced with an accent or something. An inept angel advisor sounds like she lost every angel devil on your shoulder conversation. Yeah, you know what? That's totally true. She's not convincing me to get my life straightened out. I went to every party. I smoked every cigarette. I drank. I spent all my money on booze and gambling. And she's just given up, actually. She's just given up on me. Okay, what are the abilities for a white? Gains +1/+1 and double strike until end of turn. That ability is actually powerful. So if you have enough white mana, I mean, she could just one-shot you. The double strike won't stack, but the +1/+1 does. So you can just attack with her, and if there's no blocks, just single your mana into her, and then just whip someone for like a huge ton of damage. Guard Skill, Harmonics. For 2 mana, create a token that's a copy of it. But the interesting thing is, like, copying her doesn't help very much. And I say that because it's a mana sink card. I mean, I guess you can, like, attack with both, and then whatever... Okay, maybe it does work. So you attack with both, and whichever one doesn't get blocked, you can single your mana into. The anime is Angel Beats, but it seems like she can't beat anyone. Well, she's gonna beat somebody. She got that strong thing. Do we have the anime? Oh, did we get anime waifu card? Probably should have got it like a million years ago. Anime card. I can't believe we didn't do that one. Someone should have been more persistent that we got an anime card earlier. Better fire breathing. What would this be called if it's... Okay, look. If red is fire breathing, forest... For a green, it's forest breathing. What would white be? Plains breathing? No, not plains. I don't think that sounds right. Yeah, where's the type angel? Where did that go? This angel is a bit sus. Maybe holy breathing. Halo breathing. Ooh, I like that one. That one works for me. Sword breathing? It's a bit weird. Black has shade breathing. Faith. I like that. Look at that. Faith breathing. I think, you know, maybe holy breathing is good. I like that. It's holy. It's holy breathing. I'm gonna breathe the holy. And when I breathe out, it's gonna smack you. You're gonna feel. You're gonna get touched by God, but not in a good way. God invented the slap. I'll have you know. Air breathing. Everyone calls her an angel, but she actually is just a normal person. I guess that's why she's inept. All right, interesting card. All right, next up, we're going back to Surefire Selves. Thank you so much, Surefire, with the Animism. How to reanimate your omniscience. What the hell? Is this enchantment reanimator? Oh no, you said you did say reanimate, right? And where's your animism card? Do you just post it? How far is I can't find it. I don't see animism. Where is animism? Surefire Selves, are you in chat? Maybe I should just look up Surefire Selves. Can't remember if you used the same. Where's animism? Animism. It was like, I think you posted this a long time ago, though. Where is it? Did I misspell it? Animism. I spelled it right, but I can't find the card. Where is it, Surefire Selves? Are you here? Oh, it's back quite a bit. Can you repost the damn thing? I don't know how far. Okay, maybe I'll look for a little while. But the whole point is to find it quickly and easily. I'm not finding it quickly or easily, depending on how far you posted it. That's why we have a system. It's been a while. That's why. Okay, thank you for reposting it. Okay, now I found. Oh, and now I found it. There it is. Okay, 3-mana enchantment. Permanent spells you control and non-land permanent cards you own that aren't on the battlefield are creatures in addition to their other types with base power and toughness, each equal to their mana value. Permanent spells you control and non-land permanents cards you own that aren't on the battlefield are creatures. And so hold on, so it's a creature in my hand in addition to their other types with base power and toughness, each equal to their mana value. Oh, I see. So you want to be able to, I don't want to say show and tell. Oh, okay. So this lets you tutor out like omniscience from your deck or something. I think that's how it works. There's definitely someone that's gonna like crack the code to this card. I don't even know if it's something to crack, but you know, basically makes it a little bit easier to probably cheat other cards onto the battlefield, because all of a sudden you can reanimate enchantments. You can reanimate planeswalkers with reanimation cards. There we go. Pedgeman already figured out. We're gonna entomb omniscience, then reanimate it. GG, everybody. GG. Jeff says, I like this. I can finally give Aetherflux Reservoir lifelink so I can kill one opponent after another. But then remember, your Aetherflux Reservoir can be killed by Fatal Push. Actually, I can't remember how much Aetherflux Reservoir costs. I thought it was like 4 mana. It can be Doombladed. Yeah, green searches creatures specifically a lot for tutors. Yep. You can tutor a lot of stuff. You can tutor up your anything. It's called animism. We're turning everything into an animal, okay? And same with a lot of cards like Beast Whisperer and Worldly Tutor. We still have to cast those cards though. But the point is, like, if you were to cheat a creature in play via your hand, library, or graveyard, you can now cheat in enchantments, planeswalkers, artifacts. It's possible. Cool card. I think this would see a lot of play. They aren't creatures while on board, isn't it? Like it says, or actually, maybe I did I read it wrong? Perm spells you control and non-land perms you own that aren't on the battlefield are creatures in addition to their other types with base power and toughness, each equal to their mana value. Oh, I see. So they just turn into regular creatures. Oh, I see. Okay, interesting. They're creatures with power and toughness in your hand, but they're like a regular card on the battlefield. Really good point before we moved on. That's a really good catch. Cheating in green is easy. You get lots of mana. Tutoring is the difficult part. With that, you can tutor up stuff like Arborea. Okay, next up. Gilliam wants another card. You open a chest. What's that all about? You open a chest. It's a D&D card. Okay, for D&D, we have a 2-mana instant. Choose one. It's a mimic? The spell deals 3 damage to target creature. That's fair. It's a treasure. You may discard a card. If you do, draw a card and create a treasure token. This is doable. I don't know. Does this have a specific... Is this like a flavor win or something? This is a very, very draft-looking card. Very, very draft. It's a draft power level, that's for sure. Super draft power level. Should be a flip a coin. No, what are you talking about? That would be so... Then it would be like worse than draft power level. Or is it that in D&D you're always flipping coins and rolling dice to determine what... Oh, I see. You mean flip a coin. You either get the 3 damage or you get the discard and get the treasure. It's like all the other D&D multiple choice cards, more or less. More or less. I don't play D&D, so I don't know the depths of the... Gillum is like, I like draft. So you're going to build a cube, huh? I have had multiple people ask me to go through their entire cube for a price for a custom card stream. I'm like, I can't do that. Not for one person. When I get when I get to the bottom of the barrel, I guess we could do that. But I'm really desperate for money. I'll just be raiding people's cubes every day or something. Yeah, Dimitri 4K basically. No, it's not Dimitri, actually. Okay, well, Dimitri would be one of people, but Dimitri never made a cube. But there have been several people who made entire cubes of cards, and they approached me asking if I could rate their entire cube, and I'm like, you know, I could give you a big price. I could give you a big price, but I just don't know. It's like, I think people can go through an entire show because like if I give you guys all a few cards, then there's just a lot of variety, and people showed me some of their cubes and I'm like, these are cards that are very, very, very similar to each other because they have a certain theme that they want to show off. So I don't know if people can watch. I mean, maybe I shouldn't care if anyone watches through 2 hours of somebody's cube. I'll take the money and run. Noise Mero says, would you ever put an official price on looking at cycles, exactly 5 cards with a theme? I am thinking, okay, I'll tell you what, I'm thinking of like making these morning streams, and then I would have the energy of doing this for like 6 hours straight, and I'd give you guys 4 cards. I don't know about 5 cards, but I'd give you guys the option to have 4 cards, so you can like bump it up. How does 200,000 Argentinian pesos sound for a cube review? Sounds terrible. What is that, like $2 by today's standards? How is this still going on? We're not even close to done, Teutonic Nightmare. We're not even close to done. 2 million pesos. Yeah, start a bidding war. Okay, but I will tell you this. Okay, this card's doable. Okay, we are finally at Super Chats. Solfim, you get 1 dono in courtesy of Noise Mero. What is going to be... Solfim, are you in chat? 4-card limit, $20 for a theme cycle. That would actually make no sense. Because 4 cards is $20, and that's how it would be. If anything, I should charge a little bit more for 5 cards. Maybe that's how it should be, actually. That's a money scheme. I limit you guys to 2 cards. You guys don't get a deal. In fact, it gets more expensive the more cards you want. So it's like $5 per card. And then if you want the next 2 cards, it's like, I don't know, $5.50. And then if you want the 5th card, it's like $10. And I bet that you guys would still pay for it. I bet somebody out there is still paying for it. So what is that total? It's 10, 25, 10, 25, $35 for a set. Okay, Solfim gets the first one. Rakuv, is that it? Rakuv. There's a lot of freebies available so far. Okay, Solfim, this is your freebie compliments of Noise Mero. Okay, we've got Rakuv, Necrosis Reborn. This is a 6-mana 3/5 Elder Dragon Legend. And you know what? I miss the old gold border now that I'm looking at this. It's got flying and undying. It looks like it's already undead. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a -1/-1 counter on Rakuv. Oh, okay. And then create a 1/1 green and black worm creature token for each -1/-1 counter on Rakuv. So basically, if anyone wants to kill Rakuv, they got to do it twice. You got to shoot it. Shoot Rakuv in the head twice in order to keep it down. Oh yeah, I'm definitely capitalist, John. I can see the demand. The demand, there's a massive, yeah. It scales. It scales higher the more cards you want. The more cards you want, the more expensive it gets. Okay, so Rakuv, it's interesting. So if you let this thing survive a rotation, because if it dies, it comes back into play with a +1/+1 counter. And then if you put a -1/-1 counter on it, it cancels it out, which means that if it dies again, it gets the undying again. But you also get like the green and black worm creature token. This is a very cool card. It's a very, very unique type of card. Okay, next freebie. Let's get... Okay, where's Pedgeman? No one donated directly to Pedgeman. They indirectly donated to Pedgeman. Oh, I get it, because it's not on the bingo card anymore. Pedgeman, where are you? Okay, don't worry. There's many super chats for you, Pedgeman. Okay, you got here. I have Hassan of the Cursed Arm. This is going to be compliments of the Big Mike, one of 3 donos. It's crazy. Big Mike, very big, generous. Oops, no, this is not Pedgeman. Pedgeman. Hassan of the Cursed Arm. What the hell? You only get one side of this damn thing, or is it all one side? Hassan of the Cursed Arm. Well, okay, if someone wants to... You're going to get only one side of this thing. How do I even show it? See, people have to donate directly to you to have this whole thing. Yeah, freebies still count for bingos, but the problem is we don't have a bingo. Do you see the bingo here? I don't. I see a lot of 4s. Outside, I don't see no bingos. But you have to get your bingos in before we get to actual bingos. Oh, whatever the hell. We'll do both sides of this thing. I'm gonna be very generous to you, Pedgeman. Hassan of the Cursed Arm is a 4-mana 2/3 Death Touch first strike. When the Hassan dies, he deals damage equal to his power to each opponent. Thank God this is very clean and easy to read. So it dies, deals damage. That's not too hard at all. Then we have Delusional Heartbreak. I don't know why this is so hard to see the double-sided cards today. Delusional Heartbreak. Oh, this is just a double-sided card. We have the Noble Phantasm Sorcery. Until end of turn, assassins you control gain. Whenever an opponent is dealt damage by this creature, they lose life equal to the life they lost this turn. I believe there's a super chat for this thing, is there not? There is a super chat called... New non-creature subtype. Is that a subtype? Phantasm Sorcery? Does that count? I can't tell if that counts for the new non-creature subtype. I can't tell if that's considered... Phantasm. Phantasm is a creature type. Bingo question mark? That's a super type, isn't it? I don't know what it is. This gets to the domain of Magic the Gathering design that I don't fully understand. You missed the last ability. Oh, sorry, the Noble Phantasm. Can I see this thing? Okay, this sort of works. Noble Phantasm. While you control this creature, you may cast a transform copy of it by discarding a non-land card in addition to paying its other costs. Why is double-sided cards so hard to read today? What if I squish this? What if I squish? Does that work? Uh-oh. That did not work for me. Smaller. Be small. Oh, okay, this sort of works, actually. Okay, this is fine. I can sort of read these cards now. Oh, that works perfectly. Okay, good. We can see the cards. We can see double-sided cards properly. Draw says the drag can still be nuked before it gets the -1/-1 counter. Not sure if it counts towards it can't get rid of this. No. You can definitely get rid of it. It's not that impossible. Count it. Servant is new. Okay, we'll count it. I don't know if this considers new non-creature subtype, but people like donos. People like free stuff, don't they? And I don't like to be too generous, but I like to be generous enough that I like to be generous enough that I'm not too stingy. Okay, we have 1 bingo. That means 1 extra dono. Okay, but we still have 2 more donos from Big Mike. Big Mike was big generous. I think the real Maxim had a card. The real Maxim, you're definitely gonna get a card. Monster Train Precon. Okay, we're gonna get 1 out of these out of here. We got Phil. Oh, the 3rd or the 4th. Okay, I'll get the 3rd one. Yeah, I better not do one that we've already done. We have... I gotta widen this up here a little bit. Okay, we have Eka. This is Eka High Witch, a 5-mana 3/5 Moon Folk Wizard with Moon Cycle. What is that all about? As you cast Eka, if it is neither full moon or new moon, it becomes full moon. Switch moon phases at the beginning of your upkeep. Is this like day and night all over again? Is this day and night all over again? Yeah, exactly. That's that's the first thing I'm thinking about. Oh, geez, more day and night stuff, which were always an absolute pain to keep track of. Why didn't you do the animated version of Hassan? I do like the... Oh, maybe I didn't notice it. I didn't see it. Or maybe it wasn't animated. Maybe the thing wasn't animated when I first selected it. Okay, how does moving or changing the moon cycle? And I'd imagine there's 4 of them, because there's like full moon, quarter moon, half moon, and then 3/4 moon. Celestial Spellweaver. Whenever the moon switches phases, put a lunar counter on Eka. Eka has Conduit X, where X is the amount of lunar counters on her. Tap the next spell you cast this turn with 1 or more targets, cost X less to cast. Did any of the prior cards talk about the lunar stuff? No, not this one. So how does moon phases work? We need some explanation here. E-Turn is like, hey yo, just listening in while on the drive home. Hope you're having a great stream. I am having a great stream. Drive safe now, though. No, this isn't what we meant by phasing. It's day/night, but your opponents don't track it. Oh, I see. So it's a one-sided day and night thing. Also, it's just new. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so it's day. Oh, so we did bring day and night back. It's quite evil. The real Maxim is quite evil. Nikachu misinterprets the card. The card explains how moon cycling works. If it is neither full moon or new moon, it becomes full moon. Okay, that's fair. That is fair. I made up my own interpretation, even though I was reading the damn thing. This completely works. Where is this from? This is from some sort of game. It almost looks like a Pokemon. The Mon-Fri Eka High Witch. Although I don't think there's any witches in Pokemon. Now we're going to make a day and night plus full moon and night moon cards. So we have many states to track because we hate players. And on top of that, we could have the traditional Hunt Master of the Fells ability on top of all of that. Oh, that's a Monster Train card. Okay. Looks good. Is not broken. Basically we get the lunar counters. What is Conduit X? The next spell you cast this turn with 1 or more targets costs X. So basically, it's a weird way of discounting our card, giving ourselves a discount on our cards in the future as the moon cycles move through up and down phases. Can't this card be like way cheaper? 5 mana for this effect seems absurdly high because it's so hard to make the moon phases like change. I imagine, like, you know, this card, it might be more of, like, a flavor thing, but, like, it sounds like we're going to pull off this last ability on, like, turn 13 or something. Oh, I didn't necessarily improve this card. Nikachu, you got the wrong space on the bingo sheet. Oh, did I screw that up? Nikachu improves the card. Oh, I did not improve the card. I misinterpreted. Oh, I see! Look at that over there. we get more freebies going on over here. Wait a minute, I want this thing red. There we go. It's going back to red. All right, we have 2 freebies now. Oh, can I copy these? Can I copy the lines? I can. Look at that. I don't like that light blue. I like the darker blue. It looks better to me. Okay, next up we'll get Zaprecon with Moon Manipulation. Okay, next up we have I believe we have one more freebie from Big Mike. Okay, we'll give it to Mercenary. The Mercenary's Gambit. I swear I saw that one before. It's a powerful, deadly. Go on. It's a powerful, deadly card I always wanted to create to stretch the limits on uber powerful effects on spells. No worries, this card does have a major drawback to prevent cheaters from using this thing. The love is over. Mercenary's Gambit is a... Oh my god, it's a Dimitri card. This is officially... The spirit of Dimitri is back. This is 21 mana. Instant. If you did not pay mana to cast this spell, you lose the game. Well, we most certainly better. Anyway, cast all spells you own from outside the game without paying their mana cost. You know, there are Eldrazi cards that cost less than this that do the same thing. Or do they? Hold on, wait a minute. Maybe that Eldrazi is like 20 mana. So maybe it's on like the same... Maybe it's on the same level as this thing. We have another bingo, huh? 10 plus mana. That's a lot of mana. Okay, we got another 10. We got another card on the bingo spot. Mercenary's Gambit. I mean, basically, you should win the game if you play this thing, because you'll just play as many cards as necessary that just win the game on the spot, like some sort of combo that can't be interacted with. Cast all spells you own from outside the game without paying their mana costs. They're not necessarily... How would this work? You have to do it in all at once? How do you stack them all? Going for full card bingo? You can try. Remember, I have a five free limit on the bingo. Because otherwise, cards earned through the bingo card keep getting more bingo slots. Yeah, only 5 cards. But the freebies count. The donations will count towards the bingo card. So maybe you can fill it up. You do it all at once. You choose the order they're cast. Damn, so you can't play like Silence. I was thinking play Silence, because the opponent can still technically interact with this thing. But it's cast all cards from outside the game. So in casual, you'll probably win the game. You can just cast 500 cards at once. Whereas in what's it called? So in Commander, I don't know about Commander. In casual, you cast all cards you own from outside the game. You can cast like 1,000 cards, but in one-on-one Magic, you can only cast what's in your sideboard. 5:50 p.m. Nikachu. Well, I'm doing actually pretty good. I'll tell you this much: on custom card stream days, I have a big lunch. I have a very big lunch because I know I need the calories to get through the whole thing. You have 2 Approach of the Second Sons in the sideboard. That's funny. Sullivan's like, be right back. Need to go home and get my entire collection. Never thought I'd actually cast this. Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, sideboard, go! I summons my entire sideboard. Go get him. Okay, this is weirdly legal. Very weirdly legal. Weirdly, balanced is not the word I would use for this card, but it's something. Okay, we have actually we have a non-freebie here, I think. Pyre Fox. Try looking for that equipment loses equipment. I forgot to place the name of the card. So we have someone actually posting a regular card here. It is that equipment loses equip. Just added that equipment loses equip. What, to this thing? What is it, Inspector Gadget? Oh, I see. Okay, I think this is the card you want. I forgot to place the name on the card. That's fine. That's fine. We found it. It's all good, Pyrefox. What the hell? How much money is this? 26R. What is this, rubles? In USD. I don't even know what this currency is. I'm just curious. I'll give you the card anyway. Brazilian something. It's the Brazilian, Rees. The Brazilian Rees. Whatever the hell that is. Okay. The Brazilian currency. It's $5. Thank you very much. Okay, let's take a look at Inspector Gadget. I watched the cartoon a ton as a kid. Never watched the movie, though, because I thought it was a little tacky that you actually saw Dr. Claw. And you know what? Honestly, that turned me off completely. It broke the immersion in a weird way. I don't want to know who Dr. Claw is. I wanted him to be like a completely faceless person that pets a cat every so often. Okay, Inspector Gadget, 2 mana. A cyborg detective. Of course you are. Has the ability Go-Go Gadget for X. Search your library for an equipment card with Equip X. Put it onto the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Wow, that's so creative. Attach to the creature, then shuffle. That equipment loses Equip. Sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. Activate this ability only once each turn. So if anyone doesn't know Inspector Gadget, basically, I mean, I guess nobody questions it, but Inspector Gadget is literally this giant robot that can, like, summon anything out of its body. The arms go long, the legs go super tall. There's like a little propeller thing that he has his own helicopter. Didn't the movie bomb? I think the movie just completely bombed out of existence. I like the helicopter scene with Dr. Claw. I don't remember. Well, maybe I got to watch the movie. Maybe I'll just watch the best clips. You know, usually people post the best stuff on YouTube. Inspector Gadget is a cyborg, 100% a cyborg. Cyborg detective. I don't know. I can't remember what the lore is. Did they show it in the intro? It's been so long. Penny, Brain, the dog. Can't remember much outside of that. The live action was faithful to the source content. Well, except that you could see Dr. Claw. And the Dr. Claw didn't have a claw. I don't remember that. I don't remember that in the cartoon. So it wasn't that faithful. Or was there a different one? There was a live action and not a movie? Maybe I have to look into it. Think it'd do okay. There was a sequel where Claw's face was not shown. Was it an actual sequel, or it was like, was it a reboot? Did they reboot it? Okay, I have to write this down. I don't want to forget this. I gotta look up I want to look up Inspector Gadget lately. Okay, that's good enough for me. It's actually such a creative card. On top of that, 2 mana, 1/3. It's also a very, it's for any deck that loves equipment. Huge equipment deck. Penny did most of the work with the dog. Of course, because Inspector Gadget is basically a 30 IQ person. No brains left. It's more machine than man. The AI did not help Inspector Gadget. Okay, Arethusa wants a super chat courtesy of Raktus. So let's what would you like today? Arethusa. Arethusa wants, as promised last month for the showcase, that target refers to the attacking. What am I looking up though? As promised last. Okay, as promised last month for the showcase, number 3. That when you want that target. You have like as promised last month. I have a bunch of cards that says as promised last month. What's going on here? As promised last month for showcase. Number 3? Is it this one? Let me know, Arethusa, if it's this one. You guys, you got to make the search terms unique. Yeah, it would make it easier. Or like, it's fine. It's totally fine if it's like as promised last month, number 3. You just got to let me know that's the 3rd one. As promised last month 2. As promised last month 4. Because this one's not that much different. No, but it's okay. Wait, okay. Whoa. How about this one? How about this one? How about Stellaron, the Hunter? Kafka. Is this one? What's that? Or maybe it's Yun Li. But I don't know which one it is. Refers to the... Oh, wait a minute. It refers to the attacked one. Go for this one? Okay. Okay, okay, we'll do Stell. I can't tell which one it actually is. We'll go Stellaron. Stellaron Hunter Kafka. This is a 5-mana, 3/4 human rogue. When Kafka enters, gain control of target creature an opponent controls as long as you control Kafka. Untap it. It gains haste until end of turn. Whenever another creature you control... well, it's supposed to be controls. Deals combat damage to a creature or player. Kafka deals damage to that target equal to her power. Was it this one, Arethusa? I don't know. I could give you another one if it wasn't this one. I think it was this one, though. Wait, what did you specifically say? That target refers to the attacked creature. Hold on. Gain control of target creature and opponent controls as long as you control Kafka. Untap it. Gains haste. Whenever another creature you control deals combat damage to a creature or player. Is that what you're trying to reference here? Kafka deals damage. Oh, okay. It was this card. Kafka deals damage to that target equal to her power. Whenever another creature you control deals combat damage equal... oh, I see. So you're just saying... refers to the attacking creature of the player. Okay, gotcha. So you should have just said that. Did you check the 5+ types for Inspector Gadget? Did Inspector Gadget have 5+ types? It was Cyborg. Oh, it was what was Inspector Gadget? I can't remember. Okay, I'm just gonna trust you guys. 5+ types for Inspector Gadget. I will trust the system. Okay, now I have to go back and reinterpret this card. So Kafka enters. Gain control of target creature an opponent controls as you control, as long as you control Kafka. So, okay, that's something like Soar of Temptation. We're going to untap the creature and it gains haste until end of turn. Now, whenever another creature you control deals combat damage to a creature or player, Kafka deals damage to that target equal, I guess, okay, to that creature or player that got hit by that creature. I guess that you just need to clean that wording up, but this works for me. I think this card works for me, and it's a strictly... Well, I don't know if it's strictly better Soar of Temptation. It's very similar, I should say. If Stellaron dies, you lose the card. The creature is gone. Next up, we've got 2 more donos from Steve Cooper. Okay, who else wants donos? I don't know who else wants donos in chat. It's gotta be people who have not got... that have not donated to be on the show. Olga, Brazil match. Are you from Brazil, Olga? Weirdly enough, a lot of people on YouTube are from Brazil. Brazil must be huge. I don't understand why, but Brazil is like one of the top countries using YouTube for some reason. It's like in the top 10 of all the countries. Damn, so for every creature that Kafka hits... Kafka gives us a free lightning bolt to that target. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, I'll give another one to the real Maxime. That you can have one of them, one of the donos from Steve Cooper. And so your card is the 4th monster. Oh, we want to see the 4th from the training thing. Okay, 4th monster training. Sorry, monster train precon. We've got Bolette the Guillotine. This is a 3-mana 3/3 fungus warrior with Executioner. Whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls dies, spawn 2. Put a +1/+1 counter on a non-human fungus army you control. If you don't control one, create a 0/0 green fungus army creature token with, if this creature would take damage, instead remove that many +1/+1 counters from it. That is a plan. Oh, I'm running out of music here. This show is still going to go on for a long time. We're going to have one of those fateful 3-hour shows. We've had a few 3-hour shows. I think 3.5 hours is the longest the show has been. It's never gone to 4. Not yet, at least. Yeah, so it's a mass. Yeah, we're bringing a mass back. It's a similar thing as a mass. But instead of an army, it's a non-human... Or I guess we're still making an army. Put a +1/+1 counter on a non-human fungus army. If a fungus army you control would take damage, prevent half that damage rounded up. That's complicated. Oh my goodness. In the way, like, that's... You're gonna make me do math, the real Maxime? I'm gonna do math now? Gotta do more math around here. Like, imagine I attack with 20 we attack with 20 creatures and the opponent blocks with 20 creatures. I mean, maybe I don't have that many fungus armies on the battlefield, but it's possible. I mean, it's because we, whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls dies, we spawn too. So the, prevent half that damage rounded up. So if you deal 5 damage, you're actually dealing 2 because you're preventing 3. It's complicated. It's not exactly a mass because if the army somehow becomes a human, you create a second one. It's a funny card. It's a funny card. It's a mathy card though. All right, it passes. Okay, we have a second donation from. Okay, apparently Corbinek is butting in and saying, "You know what? I'm not done yet. I got another card too. Flameboard Shade. I think this would be a limited bomb card. Usually you give both your donations at once. Okay, Flameboard Shade is a 3-mana 4/2. It's a creature shade. Sure. Whenever a creature dealt damage by this creature is put into a graveyard, its owner loses life equal to that creature's power. So that's you. For 1 mana, this creature gains +1/+1 until end of turn. And for 1 mana, this creature gains menace until end of turn. This reminds me of... What was that creature? It's like black. It's a 2/1. And for a black, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. It just reminds me of this. It's and I'm pretty sure it was also called a shade. So you probably made it based on that card. So that first triggered ability works for the whole game and not just this turn. Whenever a creature dealt damage by this creature is put into a graveyard, its owner loses life equal to that creature's power. I guess so. Yeah, so that's a weird thing to keep track of. It's probably a headache. More familiar with the killer bees. I don't know what else to say about this card. Well, the first ability, yeah, I didn't realize whenever a creature dealt damage by this creature is put into a graveyard, its owner, no, maybe it's just this turn. Its owner loses life equal to that creature's power. Yeah, I think is this meant to lose the dead creature's owner to lose life? I think the idea is like if this creature kills another creature, that creature's controller or owner loses life equal to that creature's power. So if this kills a 5/4 creature, if I attack with this 4/2 and a 5/4 blocks, the opponent will lose 5 life. It should say whenever a creature dealt damage by this creature this turn. Sure. Okay, we cleaned it up. And the other, but you know what's funny? What's really funny is like it can get menace, which in that case it's gonna be like harder to block. Oh, but then you forces the opponent to block with 2 creatures, and you can kill 2 of them at once. It's a weird burn spell. Very fascinating, very creative. Okay, do we have any other new cards? I'll give you one more, Pedgeman. Bacon Catbug. Bacon Catbug got 2 cards already, Pedgeman. I know. Bacon Catbug is going to be ready when I up the card limit to 4. And then I'm going to charge extra money for the 5th card. If people are so desperate. Oh, it's for Pedgeman. Oh, this was for Pedgeman. Pedgeman, where it's my card! Just promote your own card. Okay, this one will be a second donation to Pedgeman. Which is... What was it? Okay, it was... Mailing Colorful Gatekeeper. Okay, it's a two-sided card, so I'm speed running this thing. Or maybe it's a one-sided card. Is it a two-sided card or just one-sided? Hold on. Oh, I think it's just the same thing. Okay, we have an animated card. I love these animated cards. And this one's working for some reason. My Nikachu card wasn't working, but this card's working quite fine. It's a 3-mana 2/3 called Mailing Colorful Gatekeeper. Dragon Monk. A very unusual looking dragon, in my opinion. It's actually a very attractive looking dragon. Trample, whenever you cast a spell that shares a color with the last spell cast this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Mailing. She gains lifelink until end of turn. Whenever you cast a spell that is a color that the last spell cast this turn isn't, Mailing deals 2 damage to each opponent. This is a bit of a weird card. You have to keep track of everything that was just last played. What was the last card just played? It was played. And this card really cares about priority. It's like someone casts a spell, and then the next, like, I don't know, someone across from you is like, oh, I have a respond. I'm going to respond that with, no, I have priority here. I have priority. That was a white spell. I'm going to play another white spell so I can trigger my Mailing Colorful Gatekeeper. This is like the first card that's going to really be super anal about priority in this game. Time to make a new Valette card with dragon type. Olga says, are you telling me that dragons aren't anime waifus? Not from what I've seen. Maybe this is their spirit. Maybe they're all waifus in the first place, and the dragon is just their spirit animal. Steve Cooper says the missile knows where it is because it knows where it isn't type effect. What? The Damn Draw says she's a dragon. I thought she was just a sleepy gatekeeper. I mean, I don't know the lore of these things. Do you know who else is a dragon? Haku from Spirited Away. You would never know that up front, but eventually you figure it out. Oh, he's also a river for some reason. Which you also can't see on the face up of the card. Okay, anyway, please notice the jiggle. No, I notice all the jiggles. There's a lot of stuff jiggling around here. Okay, thank you very much for the donation. In Yu-Gi-Oh, there's a dragon twink husbando. There would be, wouldn't there? There's not, you know what? Since Majra hasn't been around in a while, we don't see a lot of husbandos here. He was like single-handedly holding up the balance between waifus and husbandos. Okay, we have another super chat. Does anyone in chat not get a freebie? Yeah, we have a donated chat thanks to the Pixel Asylum. Or did everyone get a freebie here? Is there an alternate to Discord for posting custom cards? Discord doesn't Zyber. Nope. Because when we used to look them up on... We used to look these up on Reddit, but like... Reddit was super finicky when looking up cards and was like way more laggy. Jeff is like, I knows the jiggle right away. Almost instantaneously. In fact, Jeff didn't even read the card. Still isn't reading the card, in fact. Okay, if not, let's go take a look at some cards by some people who have never submitted anything. We got For You, Daxos, Blessed by the Sun. This is a white. Is this card real? Okay, we have a 2. What the hell am I reading here? 2 and white? Oh, the Devotion to White. Whenever another creature you control enters or dies, you gain 1 life. Is this a real card? And has just been repurposed? White Devotion for toughness is a cool idea. I think it's a real card, but reformatted. So this is not going to count. But thank you very much For You for the card. Okay, what do we not have here? Does Rose Kitty only get 1 card? Okay, let's give Rose Kitty another card. Rose Kitty can have a second one. Inquisitor's Archives. This enters the battlefield tapped. Tap for a red or a blue, and for 3 mana, tap. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. You may put an instant or sorcery card that has flashback from among them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. This feels like a control deck type of card. Reveal the top 5 cards. Put an instant or sorcery that's flashback into your hand. Put the rest of them on the bottom of your library in any order. That's fine value. You know what I would have thought that this card would do? Put it in the graveyard because that's flashback. But if it's in the graveyard, it's like free graveyard filling, free value. It's free value anyway, right? But of course, if it goes into your hand, you get both sides of the card. Yeah, we get 2. Yeah, we're gonna have 2 bingos, that's for sure. What's the state of the toilet duck? What's the bingo card like? We need a bingo check. We're doing pretty good on the bingo. We're doing pretty good on the bingo overall. Bingo's not too bad. We've had a lot of shows no bingos at all. But you know, when a show runs 3 damn hours long, you're gonna hit some bingos, in my opinion. All right, I approve of this card. I want to say this could be a little bit stronger. I don't know if it means it should be untapped, because like the card shouldn't be free, right? So it should enter the battlefield. It probably should enter the battlefield tapped. How about this? Enter the battlefield tapped, and you mill a card. So you might accidentally also randomly mill a flashback card into your graveyard. Because I don't think this particular ability of 3 mana, tap, reveal the top 5 cards of your library is like necessarily broken. And it doesn't need to be like a surveil. Surveil is too strong, but like just randomly mill a card. You never know. You might luck into like one of your flashback cards. You got something free. Solfim says, okay, now I know that customized cards don't count here. Made a command tower to look and worded to feel like it was from the beta set. Just had 8 of them printed. Huh? Customized cards don't... I don't get it. Untap dual land, fair and balanced. Nikachu. No. Like, I think it's fair that it does enter the battlefield tapped. But I think it should have some extra ability to tap. Like, we can't have it untapped. It does need to come, like, you know, yeah, but hey, look, you can't search for this dual land. All right? You can't search for that damn thing. Okay, so that was... I think that was the last donation. Now we have 2 freebies. Okay, so we look at 2 more cards here. So our first... Courtesy of the first bingo card... We got a lot of cards, Pedgeman. Oh, Pedgeman loves... Oh my god, Pedgeman is working overtime. We've got Torn! Torn, welcome! We've got Grant Submission. It is a 1 mana artifact that is a little squeezed out. How do I make this smaller? Damn, I don't understand why it does this. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna fix it. I can fix it. I know what to do. I'm just gonna make a screenshot of this thing. Then I can make it as big as I wanted to make it. I want it bigger. Much bigger than that, that's for sure. Oh, get out. Hold on, what did I do? I did something and it's like a regular card. Oh no, it's not regular to everybody else. It's regular to me. Okay, we have Grant Submission. Huh? We got scammed. You didn't fill dono for chat on the bingo. Did I? Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna look at it. I'll look at it after Grant Submission. For 1 mana, it is an instant. It is a colorless instant. It's got Advisor Cycling for 2 mana. Discard this card, search your library for an Advisor card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your library. When you cycle this card, exile it. Create 0 treasure tokens. I don't understand the treasure token part. I understand the Advisor Cycling. They'll get to it? I don't get it. Huh? Is it like, it's gotta be like a meme or something, right? Like the advisor advised poorly, but you can still find it. Creature type cycling is neat. I don't even think it's broken either. It's like a 2 mana tutor for a particular card. Am I doing it wrong? But I can only see 3 cards that are advisor. There's only 3. Oh, there's only 3 advisors in the game. Well, that's why this card is fair. In fact, it probably should have just been 0 mana. Put any advisor in your hand. It should be 0. It should be 0. Cycling. Tutor for a cycling card. All right, well, this card sort of works. Okay, did I dono for chat? Oh my god, I screwed over the... Okay, we'll definitely put that... It's not useful here. Because we're not adding any more to the bingo card. But we did fill up a ton of this bingo card. We're missing a lot. There's a lot of near misses here. Okay, and now for the second dono, it will go to Evolution Army. And this actually looks awesome. This is a blue 0/2 water slug. When, oh, sorry, it's called Fionn Sea Drifter. When Fionn enters, draw a card. Then discard a card unless you control a creature named Manaphy Seafaring. That is a pretty good ability. 1 mana loot immediately. There's a lot of, how do I put it? There's a lot of Reanimator decks that would play this card. That's for sure. A deck can have any number of cards named Fion Sea Drifter. Maybe this card is fair. The card, I thought that this card would do something else, but it actually doesn't do anything else. A discard a card unless you control a creature named Mon-Fri Seafarer. Okay, I have to look at this. Yeah, well, Reanimator might go burr. Like there are better cards to enable a Reanimator over like Fion Sea Drifter. Like, you know, just Careful Study is a better card than this, in my opinion. 100% someone breaks this, and is it? How would you break this card? Blinking it? Why would there be any number of legendary Pokemon? Is this a legendary? Well, people are saying this thing is nuts. You can have any number of these cards. Lessons breaks this? Mythic Rarity? Any number and a deck would be so toxic for the price. Well, assuming it's broken. Yeah, anything you can have any number of is broken. No, Relentless Rats is not broken. Okay, even though we're only, this was only one, I want to see the second one. Is there the second one? Where's the second one, Eevee? Is it easy to find? What are we looking for? We're looking for Mon-Fri Seafarer. Can I find it easily? I can't find this thing easily. That's too bad. I'm very curious to know. And this particular user isn't making, not giving a name to the title. Mon-Fri is the legendary. Yeah, you can discard cards unless you control a creature name. I'm just curious what the creature would do. A deck can have any number of cards named Fion Sea Drifter. Oh, I see. So, well, like, best case scenario, it's just like enters, draw a card. It's just like 1 blue 0/2 draw a card for if you have Mon-Fri on the battlefield. Mon-Fri is a mythical Pokemon that can breed and makes Fions when the egg hatches. Mon-Fri was posted after Fion, was it? I didn't see it. I see the grant submission. Okay, hold on, maybe look a little bit lower. Where's Mon-Fri? Mon-Fri, Mon-Fri, Mon-Fri. I don't see Mon-Fri. I don't see Mon-Fri. Did anyone talk about Mon-Fri? Well, I know. Hold on. Maybe I'll look up the user. I gotta know the second half to the story here. Okay, I want to look up Eevee Evolution Army. Let's look up search from a specific user. Sick. Okay, let's look up. There's Mon-Fri. I looked up every single card this person had. Repost it. Oh, don't. Thank you very much, but it's too late. I learned how to look up users. Mon-Fri Seafaring is a 4-mana star water slug. Mon-Fri Seafaring's power and toughness are each equal to the number of slugs you control. When Mon-Fri enters, was the last thing a slug? When Mon-Fri enters, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put any number of creature cards named Fion Sea Drifter from among them onto the battlefield and shuffle. So basically, okay, so that's our card advantage. So if we blink Mon-Fri, we just keep paying like 1 blue to draw a card. No, but it doesn't go anywhere. It just it doesn't even do anything. Is there a 1-mana looter in MTG? Maybe not. Unless you consider like what's it called, Merfolk looter. Oh, sorry. There's no 1-mana looter. Yeah, there's no 1-mana looter. I don't know what this thing would. What would this deck really do? It's 4 mana to draw a bunch of cards that you got to spend. You got to still. It's like it's basically cycling. Like at the end of the day, we're just cycling by putting this 0/2 in play. We're cycling it, right? Like that's just how this works. But you can draw up to 4 of them. Yeah, but what am I gonna do? I play all 4, and then I'm just gonna draw more of these Fion cards. I just don't know where this goes. Is there like, if I have like 1 million of these Fions on the battlefield, if I have 99, do I win the game all of a sudden? If you control Mon-Fri, you don't discard. That's correct. That's correct. But it's still it still costs me mana. Like that's what I'm trying to say. I have to spend mana on this thing. You don't discard if you have Mon-Fri. I know, but I spent the card. This card. This card has to go in play to draw a card. I didn't net anything, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not up on cards, really. I'm at parity, and all I keep drawing are these damn 0/2s. I got all these 0/2s in my deck. I'm gonna die. That's what I'm just trying to say. Oh, we just swing with Manaphy? Does she have evasion? Also, I'm very sorry if I'm assuming you're a gender, Manaphy. Its power and toughness are each equal to the number of slugs you control. That's it. It's basically a big vanilla creature. Guys, it's bad. It costs mad. That's exactly what I'm trying to say here. Just swing with Mana Fate. No evasion. No trample. No unblockability. It's going to get blown up. We have Torn in the house. Hey, Torn here. Saw my card. Grant submission. Got a dono. It's for an academia theme set I'm making. So many advisors and student creatures. The point of the card was that the ground would be not. Thank you. I'm very happy. You know, every so often when we I donate to a random person, I'm always wondering if they ever get to see their card on the show. I'm very happy that you actually got to see the show. So therefore, 0 treasure tokens. We got a little bit of a insight into the lore there. Solfum says, what day is it? I was in my late 30s when the stream started. Now I'm in my early 40s. I know. Okay, if you flicker Mana Fate, you can get it to huge power and give it evasion with the millions of resources you draw. What resources? My deck is full of slugs. This is a slug deck. It's like Relentless Rats, except I'm drawing myself to death. Okay, hold on. There might be one way of winning the game. We draw all the cards in our deck, and then we play Thassa's Oracle. That's how it's done. I don't know. Anyway, if anyone can break Mana Fate, I'm curious about hearing it in the comment section below. But in my competitive mind, this whole strategy just goes nowhere. Unless you give Mana Fate really good evasion. I can't believe it. It's the end of the show. I don't believe it either. As usual, we do this show up, well, so far, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Keep a lookout. I might be changing the schedule. It might be in the mornings from now on. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or use Super Chat to be part of the show. And of course, Super Chat so other people are part of. And this is the show you want other people to be part of. Thanks to everyone for your submissions and your commentary from people like Damn Draws. We got Olga, Pyre, Pyre and Pyre Fox. No, you're all the same person. Mercenary, Kano, Bacon Capug, Steve Cooper, The Real Maxime. Where can I go? I'm lagging here. The Real Maxime, Gillum, Toilet Duck, Zazums. What else do we have? Noise Marrow. Seven Cats in a Suit. And many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, my Zyber Nation, keep brewing those coffees, and we keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.